Okay. All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddy Live Show. I am here with Gonzo.
What up? Hey,
¿Qué pasó, hermano? We are live. We are live. We are live in full effect, man.
Yeah.
Couple of coronitas aquí,
yeah,
man.
dude, this is like the best way to start any podcast, dude.
Whoa.
Cheers. Oh,
excited.
snap. Wow.
Yes. You know, man, I've been kind of a bit slow lately on the podcast because I've been just so slammed in the restaurant. And then I met you yesterday, and I'm like, oh, this guy's leaving. I got to get him on here, man. We got to do it.
So, look, I've been here in Taiwan. It's like my 7th or 8th day.
Yeah.
And, you know, being a huge World Cup fan,
yeah.
I was like, I got to watch the games, even though they're going to be at weird hours.
Yeah, sure.
And I was trying to figure out where in Taiwan or in Taipei can I watch the games. And I'm doing research. Your name popped up. And I could just never make it over here. And then yesterday, I'd finished the mural project.
Yep,
and I was on my way walking back to the hotel.
Yep.
And it just popped in my mind, like, yo, let me just swing by there. Actually,
yep.
Mexico had won, advanced. And I was like, I got to drink a Mexican beer and celebrate.
Okay.
And so I wanted to find a spot. And then I thought about you or your space. I came here just to have a Mexican beer. I met you. And I was like, yo, this place is super dope, man. Like, it's pretty legit. The food here, I mean.
How was the food, man?
Yeah. I mean, homemade corn tortillas by corn sourced locally.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was like, is Abuelita in the back?
Yeah, Abuelita in the back there, man. Shit,
that's
right?
That's how legit it was, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Just if you guys are watching, just let us know if the audio is good because I'm supposed to have my family on here checking, but I got no response from them yet.
Yo, if you got, if our peeps are watching, let us know. Is the audio okay?
Yeah.
All right.
It's looking a little okay. Perfect. All right, brother. So. Yes, waiting. So we're not up yet. We should be up. What? Yes, waiting. Sorry, give me a few seconds here. It should be up. It should be up. Everything should be up.
Let me see.
It says waiting. Yeah, all right. Let me just, we'll take a quick check. I just want to make sure we're up, right? So that's the problem with live, right? You know, sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
We should be up. Are we not up?
Do like this. Yo, homies, we're not sure if it's live right now yet. Can you check?
Yeah, we're up.
Oh, we're up. Oh, come on.
Audio's good. Thank you.
There we go.
Like for that, checking that. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So we are officially up. Man, so I meet you. So it's very rare. There are Mexicans here. There's not that many, right? So it's very rare that we have like this Texas Mexican guy coming in here with the hat and the shirt. And I'm just like, whoa. I was just on my way out, but we stopped to talk for a second. And you told me you're doing murals. You told me a little bit about the history, and I said, let's do a podcast. So here we are. So, man, tell me about yourself before we get in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I mean, how long is this podcast, you know?
As long as we want, man.
I'm a little long-winded, but no.
Right.
So my name's Gonzo247. I'm an artist based out of Houston, Texas, but, you know, have paint, will travel.
Okay.
I have been an artist for really as long as I can remember, and I was born in the East End of Houston.
Got it.
My parents immigrated from Mexico.
I love it.
My dad's from Michoacan. My mom is from a border town right at the end of Texas on Brownsville. You cross over to Matamoros.
I love
and then about 30 minutes outside of there, it's a ranch. It's called El Ejido Las Blancas.
Oh,
and that's where my mom hails from. They came to the United States. I was born in the East End. And it's
awesome.
been art ever since.
I love that, man. That's
Thank
beautiful. Similar with me. I mean, I think we connected pretty good because similar with me, my family's from Guadalajara and immigrated to Canada. And I was born in Canada, but in the house, it's Mexico. You know, outside it's Canada, but in the house is Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So the food, tortillas, you know, we brought my grandma up for a little while. Like it's pretty amazing, man. Yes. So, man, you got to tell me about the beginning. I mean, I have a daughter, and my daughter's like a huge artist. She loves it. And everybody's like, you can't make a career out of art.
Ooh,
and then
man.
I meet this guy. I'm like, you know,
all right,
tell me about how that started, brother.
Okay, so like I was saying, I was born in the East End. I was born in 1972. Mm-hmm. The same year I was born, there was this dude in my neighborhood. I didn't know him. I was an infant, right?
Sure.
His name was Leo Tanguma. Leo Tanguma was like this Chicano artist, full of angst, being brown in a white America. 1972, paints this gigantic mural. Mm-hmm. It's like 16 feet tall by like 240, 250 feet wide. And it became like the iconic image of the East End.
I love it.
But back in those days, before the internet, like what you did every day was go visit family, right? And most of my family lived up and down Canal Street. So every day we're going up and down Canal Street. I'm seeing this mural. Some of my earliest memories in life is actually this mural. Like,
Okay.
again, like before, back in those days, you know, nowadays kids, you see them in the car and they're looking at a screen on a phone.
Sure, I know.
Back in my days, the screen was the actual window.
Yeah.
I had to look through that and
Yeah.
look at the outside world, and I would see this mural, and I remember thinking like, I don't even know what that is, but one day I want to do something like that.
I love that.
And that is kind of what planted the seed in me to want to become an artist.
Okay.
Now, parents being from Mexico, you know,
Yeah.
they're immigrants. They have
Yes.
that American dream, and they're kind of like, I'm going to tell you what your American dream is.
Yeah.
You're going to go
yeah.
to school. You're going to go to college. You're going to get a career.
College.
Pick one of these: doctor, lawyer, accountant.
That's
Fill
very
in the blank.
similar. It's very similar to living in Asia, man. That's
Yeah.
a very, very similar thing. So we get that too. People don't know that. Yeah,
I resonate a lot with the
Yeah.
Taiwanese community because
Sure.
it's so similar to Mexico.
Yeah, it is.
And so, long
Thanks.
story short, I was always artistically inclined.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have anywhere to go. There was not much public art in Houston at the time. It was a very different time period over there. But people around me that kind of knew about art, they would try to help me out. And most people, at least in America, when you think of art, it usually defaults to Western European, right?
Yes,
and
sure,
it's you
sure.
know Sistine Chapel, you know,
Yeah.
it's portraits, it's Van Gogh, it's fruit on a
Mona
table, it's
Lisa.
architecture, exactly.
Yeah.
So a brown kid from the East End looking at portraits, architecture, fruit on a table.
Yeah.
I couldn't really connect with the content.
Sure, of course.
And so I was like, okay, I don't have that kind of talent, and that's not really interesting to me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, strike one. Next thing was people would tell me, yo, if you're gonna be an artist, you got to use oils.
Okay.
What are
Oils,
oils? I
okay.
don't know. Like
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
oil I knew was what my dad put in his car.
Exactly.
So I was like,
That's
yo,
what we-
how,
that's
how
the
do
oil.
you, how do you make art with that?
That's the oil we use,
And
man.
so I'm like, oh man,
Cooking oil.
So strike two. Then people would show me, oh, these are famous artists.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, when an artist becomes famous, it's at the end of their life. They're already dead.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm seeing pictures of people that are old.
Yep.
Most of them are white. Actually, all of them are
Sure.
white.
I think they're all white.
Old,
yeah.
old white people. This is what an artist is. And so for me, I'm thinking, one, you have to be old to be an artist. Like that's something you do at the end of your life.
Got it.
Two,
Yeah.
I see white people and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe like again, like, maybe that's not like no one ever told me about Diego, no one ever told me about Frida, no one ever told me about the Mexican masters.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was back in 1979 into 80, between maybe 80, you know, maybe crossing into 81.
Okay.
This amazing thing happened to me. And what was going on is I'm in the car with my dad.
Sure. Yep.
And, you know, remember those days when you had to tune the radio like this?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah,
Tune in the
yeah,
radio.
Of course, yeah.
And all of a sudden I start hearing like this noise coming out of the speakers. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And it turned out it was this new thing called rap music.
Oh,
now,
nice.
Now, look, nowadays, like it's existing everywhere, but you have to put yourself back in like in that time frame where
Yeah.
rap didn't exist. It was
Yep.
born in 1973. It was making its way across America.
Okay.
It hit Houston around 79, 80.
Yep.
And I remember hearing like Rapper's Delight for the first time on the radio, hearing
Yes.
Curtis Blow,
Yeah, I love
you know,
that,
Houdini,
love that. Yeah,
Christmas
yeah,
rap.
yeah.
And so those type of things really like inspired me because I love the music. And let me backtrack. Up until then, I felt like I was listening to other people's music.
Okay.
I'm listening to my aunt's disco. I'm
Yeah,
listening,
yeah.
I'm listening to my uncle's classic rock.
Sure,
or rock
sure,
back
sure.
then.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
classic yet.
It wasn't classic yet.
I'm
Okay.
listening to, you know, my grandparents' rancheras, right? So
Okay.
like when I first heard rap music, that's the first time I heard music that I really felt was meant for me, which was urban youth.
Yeah.
And I really connected with it. And what
Okay.
really changed is like the more I loved it, the more people around me hated it. Like, what is that's noise? That's garbage. Like, what
Okay.
is that even music? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
But a lot of people think rap is hip hop and hip hop is rap.
Yeah.
But not many people understand that rap is only one component of the hip hop culture. Like hip hop is actually four elements, four pillars that create it. It's rap is the MC, DJ makes the
Okay.
music, the b-boy is the physical, and then graffiti is the visual language of hip hop.
Yeah.
So being already artistically inclined, rap opened the door to the hip hop culture. The more I started to discover what it was and kind of dive into it, I started realizing all the different elements. Back in the days, you would buy like a record album, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would
of course.
open it up, and there's stuff inside. And I was seeing all this other extra stuff, these bright colors in the background of the photograph of the b-boys, and I'm
Yep.
like, what's that in the background? It was creative, it was bright, and it was really like drawing my attention. And so I was like, I figured it out. I connected the dots. Oh, it's called graffiti. And what really helped break the barrier down for me is as I'm doing research, I'm going to libraries, I'm trying to find more information on this thing called graffiti.
Yes.
What happened is I finally saw who was making the graffiti.
Sure.
Right? So it was kids from New York, and they were all from the hood, right? They're like,
I love it.
They were black kids, they were brown kids. They were kids that they were my age, and they looked like me, and they're going into subway train yards with spray paint, and they're creating masterpieces.
Beautiful.
And I was like, yo, back that up. You're using spray paint?
Yeah.
That's not an art supply. That's in the garage. And what was cool is that was a barrier. Like, I didn't know what art was, like art supplies, where to get it, but spray paint, everyone had spray paint. My uncle, my dad, my grandfather,
sure,
my friends, they all had spray paint. So my art supplies were very accessible.
Okay.
And then the city became my canvas.
Beautiful. I love that, yeah.
Around 13, I started to venture out.
Okay.
And that's when I started to find my creative voice, just really using the city as my canvas. And I never really went out with the intention of being malicious, like destroying.
Sure.
I really went out with the idea of like, let's make something beautiful. Like if that building's already dilapidated, no one cares about it, why don't we make it look nice?
Yeah.
And so that kind of started me on this creative path. Now, as people, like parents, found out what I was doing, they were like, yeah. Like, no. First of all, you're doing illegal activity. Like, you can't do that. So I just kind of had to manage what I was doing and how I was doing it. Well, when I was 17, I was graduating high school. And, 1990, it's that point in life where it's like, what's next for you?
Yeah, sure, of course.
And of course, my parents like, you got to go to school. You got to go to college.
Yep.
And I'm like, I just want to be creative.
Yep.
And people around me like knew what I was doing. They're like, yo, dude, you can't do that here in Houston. Like, you can't do graffiti here. Like, first of all, it doesn't exist. And also, there's no future for that here. What you got to do is you got to go to New York, bro. Like, that's where graffiti's happening.
Okay.
I'm 17. I'd never been to New York. And so what I'm kind of soaking in is like, I got to go to New York. I have no support system there. I'm going to have to work like 1,000 times harder just to maybe even bubble up to compete with the guys who started this movement. Yeah. Like, that's not going to happen.
That's tough.
And then I had this epiphany of, why don't I just stay in Houston, work 1,000 times harder, and just create the scene that I want to be a part of.
Build it from.
And that's kind of what kept me in Houston. Okay. And interesting. Taipei reminds me a lot of Houston as far as like the acceptance of graffiti and street art. I feel like Taipei is like 20 years ago in Houston because it existed on the peripheral. It was here and there, but it wasn't really fully embraced because people fear the unknown.
Yep.
For me at 17, I knew that if I wanted to make a living doing this in the city, I had to educate the general population. I had to educate the city. I had to educate officials on what this was and really showcase and highlight the artistic value in the spray can. Yeah. And so thankfully I stuck with it, and now what used to be feared and unknown is now embraced and thankfully in demand. Okay. And so that's now awesome. there's more artists. Like back in the days, there's only a handful of us that could make a living purely on art. Now in Houston, like there's so many artists that's all they do is have a job at making art,
that's
no other
awesome.
backup.
Full-time,
yeah.
Beautiful. I love that.
So that's kind of the short story of how I got to where I'm at today.
Just for the people that are watching live, I am recording this and we will just re-release it right after if the live is not working. Apologies.
Or if they're watching the game.
Or if they're watching the game, you guys are crashing our internet here, right?
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
But yeah, no, we should be good. I don't know what's going on, but usually there's no issues. I just had some repairs on the computer, but anyways.
Okay.
It's recording, and I'll just immediately reload it as long as it's done. Yeah. So we're gonna keep going anyway. Yeah, brother. So you're there. You're growing the scene, right? You think, okay, of course, it's so hard to just kind of like transplant and go somewhere else and be like, yeah, I'm going to start this. So tell me a bit more about that kind of part in your life. You said you were 17, 18, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, parents are like, you got to go to college, which is that's a tough one, man. Yeah.
I mean, it is, but like for me, I understood my parents as in they're immigrants. They have this view, but I also understood that they did not understand me. Yeah. And I know a lot of younger people that I've run across throughout many years where they see the lack of parental support and they see it as a negative. Okay. And they have this, woe is me, my parents don't support me, they don't love me. A lot of people are like that. And I'm like, dude, come on, man, come on. No, bro. Like, I don't have sympathy for that because no one's in charge of your success or failures. Yep. You have to take accountability. But it's one of those things where the fact that they didn't support me actually meant that they loved me enough to say,
Okay.
don't do that because we're worried about your future. We want to
Yep.
make sure you can sustain yourself.
Well, make sure you make money. Make sure
Exactly.
you have,
And
you know, you don't have to struggle, right?
they do that out of love.
Of course, yeah.
But I was like, look, one time my dad sat me down and he said, oye, mijo, am I going to have to take care of you the rest of my life?
Yeah. That's a worry, right?
That's an honest
you know?
parent. Like being a parent
Yeah,
now,
of course,
I totally
yeah.
get that statement.
Yeah,
He was like,
exactly.
dude, am I going to have to take care of you the rest of my life? Because if I have to, that's okay. Just let me know so I
Just
can
let me know so I can mentally prepare. And yeah.
And I said, nah, dude. I was like, nah, Pop's like, nah. It's like, look, every decision I make is on me. You don't have to worry about me.
Okay.
I'm good. And as soon as I kind of like let him off the hook, he had this relief and he became like my biggest fan. He was like, you know
That's
what? Then I'm
awesome.
going to support you 100%.
I love it.
My family has always been super supportive. I have 3 sisters. If they're watching, Griselda, Jessica, Chrissy, they've always been super supportive. But my wife, and we were talking about her earlier, Carolyn.
Yeah.
She is definitely been, like, I would say this. I had a trajectory in life and I was going a certain way.
Sure.
Up. Meeting my wife, she slowly started to like 1 degree difference.
Okay.
Right? 2 degree difference.
a
And
big-
over time, that elevation like just expanded.
Yeah.
And I definitely would not be here with you. I would not be in Taiwan. I wouldn't have traveled the world had it not been for her and her influence and really just really showing me a bigger picture than what even I could imagine.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so I definitely love you. I was gonna say love you credit.
Yeah.
Love you, Carolyn, for I'm trying to give you credit, but also I'm having Corona. So
Yes, have a Corona, right? In the morning, it's breakfast of champions, right?
Bro, yeah, it's like
Yes.
you know, it's like
breakfast time for us.
It's
here.
like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, but you know what my brain said? It's like 9 o'clock at night. in
That's
Houston.
right. I know. Well, salud, man.
salud, bro.
Salud.
Yeah.
So you're this young artist, right? Graffiti, you know, you're that's the career path you're choosing. So when did you become, you know, Gonzo 247?
Oh, I became Gonzo when I figured out you can't go out at night and write your real name illegally.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, I need another name.
Okay.
And
Got it.
so I was probably like, I think like 11 or 12, and maybe at that 13 age. Again, my wife hates it when I reference old school technology, but I was going through this thing called a dictionary. And some of y'all might not know what it is, but look it up. So anyhow,
exactly.
I was looking up a word in the dictionary, and I forgot what word I was looking for, but I ran across the word gonzo. And I was like, yo, up until then, I thought gonzo was just a Muppet, right? A little character.
Yeah, of course.
But
yeah, I
the
remember
definition
that,
is basically like it's crazy, it's unorthodox, it's zany, it doesn't make sense, it's outside the lines. It's like, like what is that? And so when I read that, I literally thought like, that's my definition. Like this word is defining who I am as a person. And people that know me, they know I'm just like
Gonzo.
I'm Gonzo. And so I picked up the name Gonzo as my alter ego. And this is something maybe not a lot of people will know, but like a traditional graffiti artist name is your nom de plume, or which I like to call your nom de can, and then a number. And that number represents your last name. Now, traditionally, back in the days when graffiti was being born on the East Coast, a lot of graffiti writers would, you know, they'd find a name like, I don't know, like Taki, right? He's a famous guy.
Yeah.
And so Taki, he needed a last name because it's a Greek I can't even talk. It's a Greek nickname. Taki. So there's 1,000 Takis out there, and especially in New York, right? So what's going to make you different? Well, I'm Taki 183, right? And so back in the days, what people would do is they would put either the apartment number they lived in, or the street they lived off of, or a reference to them that made it personal. So now you could have Taki 183, and you could have Taki 299, I don't know, whatever. And it made sense, and people knew the difference. Well,
and the 249.
Well, for me, I didn't grow up in an apartment, and I didn't grow up on a numbered street, but I wanted to keep my name traditional, so I was trying to figure out what would be my numerical last name.
Yeah.
And so for me, at that time, it was 24/7, and that was kind of like a popular, or it was the phrase within the hip hop community. It was still underground. And so I was Gonzo 24/7 because one, I'm just zany, crazy, wild all the time, but also graffiti was like in my brain, like tres leches, man, just like soaked like tres leches 24/7, and so I became Gonzo 24/7. But then in the 90s, like mid 90s, I was watching TV, and there was a commercial for this very popular big chain box store in America, and they had a commercial that said, "So-and-so, we are now open 24/7." And I was like, oh. Like anytime something gets to the level where that big box store is promoting it, I was like, oh,
it's over.
I can't be a part of that anymore. And so I just dropped the numbers for a while. But what ended up happening is like gonzo by itself is just a word. There's nothing to it. And I missed it. And so people would question what that was. So I reintroduced the numbers, but instead of being 24/7, it's now gonzo 247. And now it becomes an identity again.
Got it. Okay. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I thought it was, like Nate Diaz 209, like the actual, you know what I mean? I was like, interesting. Oh, that's so cool, bro.
What I love about the numbers is when I used to say gonzo 24/7, people are like, oh, I get it. When I say gonzo 247, the first thing people ask, like, what does the 247 stand for?
Okay.
And for me, it gives me every opportunity under the skunk. Man, dude, this beer. That's a skunk.
Under the skunk.
Woo!
Smell the skunky.
It gives me all these opportunities to just make up a random answer.
I love that. That's good.
I was being interviewed by this I won't say by who, but it was a publication interviewed me.
Okay.
And they asked me what the number stood for. And I told them it was the answer to a very complicated mathematical equation that made time travel possible.
Okay.
And they were like, holy shit.
Let me get this down.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God.
Let me take that. Yeah.
I would say, thankfully, they probably have a good editor because they did not make that into print.
Oh, really?
But I was waiting for that to come out in print.
Too funny. So let's quickly talk. Obviously, we're both Mexican, right? So how did kind of the Mexican influence, obviously it's influenced a lot in your art, but tell me the connection there for people that are
that's
watching.
such a good question, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm born in America, born in Houston, born in East End. East End was a predominantly Mexican, Latino area of town.
Really? Okay.
And there was this, I didn't realize it at the time, but there was this duality of like, where do I exist, right? Because I'm a brown kid in white America. And again, like right now, Houston is the most diverse city in America. Okay. They say the way Houston looks now, the rest of America is going to look like in the next 15, 20 years. Like we have everyone from around the world is in Houston.
I love it.
30, 40 years ago, not so much. And so I didn't really have a, like, I'll even backtrack one here. Growing up, my dad only spoke Spanish to me and my sister. I didn't know English, right?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if it was a cruel joke, but when we started school, he put us into Blessed Sacrament, a Catholic
of course,
school.
Very Mexican, yeah.
In those days, the school was actually ran by old school Irish Catholic nuns.
Oh, okay.
With very heavy Irish accents.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I'll never forget her. May she rest in peace. Sister Annunciata was not only the head principal of the school, she was also the first grade teacher.
Okay.
So here you go, this brown kid, no English. Sister Annunciata is my teacher, and she ruled with an iron habit. She had these dark blue blocker glasses. You never saw her eyes, and she was like the Terminator. She's just like roaming the halls like a shark.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, and you saw her, you went away.
Yeah.
And so every day she would like beat me with a ruler. Like back in those days, I mean, they could do that. And she had this really thick wooden ruler, and you have to put your knuckles out, and she would just...
Ouch.
And every day my dad would pick me up from school, and she would just let him have it. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, this kid needs to know English. And my dad's like, yeah, I know, that's your job.
Yeah. That's why he's here.
And she couldn't like figure it out. And my dad's like, look, we're in America. He's gonna have to learn English to survive. But I already know that as soon as he starts speaking English, he's gonna stop speaking Spanish. So I gotta teach him as much as possible.
Sure.
And so I learned a lot of English from an Irish nun with a heavy accent and a wooden ruler. So
that's too funny, man.
Si se puede, everything's possible.
Si se puede. I love that.
Okay, so then that's kind of what began that where do I fit in? Because I'm speaking Spanish, I'm trying to learn English. We're in Houston, and there was this like, it was weird because we were like in this Eastern Mexican bubble. Because all the raza was there. Everyone speaking Spanish.
Sure.
All my family, extended family, they're all living there. And so then you go outside that bubble, and it's all American, it's all English.
Sure. Yep.
I wasn't really sure where I was going to be until that fateful moment of 1970 and 1980 when I first discovered hip hop. And hip hop gave me a place to exist. Okay. So in the hip hop community, in the hip hop culture, really it's like and I'll have to credit KRS-One for this concept, but
okay, nice.
I love KRS-One. Anyhow,
old school. I love that. Yeah.
KRS-One came up with this the hip hop culture is the only place, is the only culture that actually lives by the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay. Hip hop doesn't care the color of your skin. Hip hop doesn't care your creed, your nationality, if you're rich, if you're poor. Hip hop cares about your heart and what you're bringing to the table. Hip hop is about sharing, community, skills, and advancing each other. right?
Okay. Yeah,
so when I got introduced to the hip hop culture, I felt like I had a home, and I felt like I had a place to exist, and I had a place. I felt like I now had this larger extended family and community that could help support me in whatever I wanted to do.
Okay.
So the Mexican element of it was the familiarity of being supported by your village.
Yeah.
And the idea of like honor, respect, treating your elders with respect.
That's huge. Yeah.
And translating that into the hip hop culture, again, it's like that familiarity of like, oh, it's a family.
Yeah.
As my art developed, I always was gravitating towards super crazy contrast colors, even like this shirt, right? Like,
yeah, well, that's very, very Mexican as well, right?
So what's interesting, what's very interesting
I love that.
is in America, in Houston, my art, it took a while for people to really accept it because it was too crazy. Like they're looking at it like, oh, my eyes.
It's bright.
And I also like, I try to go in this realm of like, I try not to use primary colors.
Okay.
I try not to use secondary colors. I go in between and I find what I call all the bastard childrens of the color wheel.
I like it. Okay.
Because it's not green, it's lime. It's not
Okay.
pink, it's fuchsia.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
It's not blue, it's aquamarine or turquoise, right? It's like
Okay.
all those weird colors.
Okay.
And then you offset them and clash them.
Okay.
Like that to me is way more visually like just complicated than just
Got it.
matching colors, right?
Okay.
But in America, people are just like, I don't know. When I first started painting in Mexico,
Yeah.
automatically got it.
Oh, yeah, for
They automatically
sure.
like, oh, oye, mijo, oh, I like that. Like,
Hey.
everyone understood it. And I was just like, yo, like
Yeah.
painting in Mexico really helped me go and go into something way more deeper in my roots.
How old were you when you went to go paint in Mexico? When you went?
Oh, dude, okay.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's in the story.
You're
I'm
like,
cutting you off. Go ahead.
you know those? Remember those Choose Your Own Adventure books? Right now, there's 3 different directions.
Love those.
There's 3 different directions we can go in right now.
Those were like the only books that I loved as a kid, man. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so the first time I painted in Mexico, like I said, my mom is from El Ejido Las Blancas. It's a big rancho, right? So there's another story there, but
Okay.
we'd go there all the time. We visit family, and there's like not a bayou, but like a waterway type of river thing. I
Okay.
don't know. I forget what it's called. Anyhow, there's a bridge that goes over it. And I remember it was in the 90s. I was fully doing graffiti,
Yep.
and there was some big celebration happening at the rancho. And so I took a bunch of spray paint. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rock something. So I went over there, and I went under the bridge, and I rocked Las Blancas. That's the name of the rancho. And that thing burned, dude. I think it's still there. It's been
Really?
burning. Yeah.
Okay,
And I was
okay.
just like, oh, this is amazing
That's
paint in
cool.
Mexico.
That's cool.
Later. If my homies are watching, my soccer homies, and they're literally my brothers from another mother. I have 3 sisters, no brothers, but these guys, Uriel,
Okay.
Luis, and Aldo, they're my homies
Okay.
from day one.
Gotcha.
But we would visit their family in Mexico, and again, I would take spray paint and like, let me try and paint something. And their family has farms and ranches out there, and I painted this giant eagle on the side of their house, and the uncle would come out and nitpick, like, hey, what's up with that wing? Come on, man, make it right. But painting down there, seriously, like it was later in life when I had the opportunity to start. I actually connected with, there's an organization in Houston called Visit Houston, and I was able to partner with them, and we wanted to spread this relationship between Mexico and Houston. And so I would go all across Mexico painting murals that are inspired by whatever location I was in, but also referencing Houston as a partnership and building that cultural bridge.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So what's interesting, though, is again, we would visit, dude, Houston is like 6 hours away from the border, right?
Okay,
And
I didn't know that. I knew it was close, but I didn't know it was that
6
close.
hours to Mexico.
Okay.
And dude, it would be like a Friday, and it's like, yo, we're going to Mexico.
That's
What?
beautiful.
Okay, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
So we would go all the time, and it wasn't until later that I realized something deep, right? So like when you cross the border, as soon as you cross, you're flooded with a lot of indigenous culture.
Okay.
You're not even aware of it.
Okay.
You just see it. You just accept it as this is Mexico. When I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade, we took a field trip to a Native American reservation, like 2 or 3 hours outside of Houston.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to expect. We get out there, and as soon as we get off the school bus, I look around, and I was like, yo, this reminds me of Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Because all Native Americans had their gear
Sure.
on, they had their beads, they had like, and I knew it was different, but I was like, I'm familiar with this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Well, you fast forward decades, and the very first time I had an opportunity to go paint in Africa, same thing. I land, I look around, and I see the Ibu tribe, And I'm like, yo. And I saw the connection of like the style, the garments, the textures, the textiles, the colors, the patterns, the beads. And I was like, that, like, I made
like
this,
Mexico.
Made this connection.
Yeah, yeah.
And so now it's like anytime I go anywhere new, I try to dig into whatever indigenous culture is there, because like no matter where you go on the planet, there was someone already there. I don't care what you say. Somebody was already there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And even in Norway, right? Seeing all like the Viking, like it is incredible. Coming here to Taiwan the very first time, going down, I have to give a shout out to Leo Yao for bringing. That's a whole other story we can get into. But he took us down to the Alishan area, Yu Pass.
Yeah.
We climbed the mountain and we were hanging out with the Soul Tribe.
Okay, yeah.
Soul Tribe, Sioux Tribe.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know.
We're up in the mountain drinking coffee and tea, and again, the indigenous culture was just like incredible. But beyond that, like having all these experiences with different cultures, it really, and being from the hip hop kind of culture myself. Hip hop was based off DJs that were finding records, finding the best part of that record, looping it record to record, and creating this new beat based off 2 records, right? And then they would remix it, mash it up. Well, for me, I started to absorb all this indigenous culture and my experiences in wherever I was at. And then somewhere inside of me, I started to kind of internalize that. And what I started to output was kind of like this mashup of like my experience with the Soul Tribe paired up with like this memory of, you know, the Ibu tribe and being down in Mexico and in the Yucatan. And so I started to create this artwork that is what I call a hybrid of humanity. It's the mashup of these cultures and putting something new, because I always feel like when we all come together and we work together, we can make beautiful things happen.
Sure.
And so my artwork is kind of representative of that in one way or another.
That's beautiful,
but
man.
Yeah, I think you always have to pay respects to where you're at in the roots and the people that were there before you.
I agree 100%. You know, when I was born in Canada, right? Canada obviously very different than Mexico. Both have, you know, pluses and minuses, I would say. But, you know, whenever, not quite every summer, but every few summers, you know, when the family, we'd save up and like we'd go back to Guadalajara, right? Yeah. And then when we would land there, it was hot and there was street food and there was like posadas and everybody's just having every time it's somebody's birthday, the whole street is having a party.
Yes,
it's great. So coming from a very small town in Canada, but always going to Mexico, having the best of both cultures, I love Mexico. You know, it's my favorite place on the planet. But when I landed here, you know, I got off the plane and it was hot, and then you see the scooters, and then you get out, there's night markets and there's street foods, and instead of the abuelitas making, you know, the tortillas, they're wrapping dumplings, right? But they're still there and they're doing this, you know, similar stuff, man. And so I thought, oh my God, this is it's like an Asian Mexico for me.
Dude.
Right? That's why when you said that earlier, that connected with me.
The very first day that we landed, my wife and I came, again, Leo brought us out here. I fell in love immediately. I was like, this is exactly like Mexico. I mean, look right now. I'm sure this will be posted later. You might not, but in reference to what's happening today while we're filming this, like Mexico and the World Cup. Yeah. I mean, have you seen all the love of like all these cultures are going to Mexico for the games and the way Mexico embraces them? And a lot of these countries are developing countries, right? Sure. And I think that there's a connection there. Like here, I just love like the way, like if you don't have it, figure it out. You know, there's a way to figure. My homies that helped me with some support with materials and whatnot on this mural I painted. They showed up with this ladder. Dude, the ladder's homemade. Like they didn't go to like the big box a hardware store to buy the ladder. Dude, they built it. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
And then when they're painting, they like walk it, right?
Dude,
they do the walk.
Yes, they do the walk.
That's very Taiwan. They kind of do the walk thing, man. That reminds me a lot of Mexico, man.
Exactly. It's like crazy. You figure it out and you get it done. As I say, a huevo.
A huevo, right?
Yeah. How do you say huevo in Taiwanese?
Huevo? Ji dan. Ji is like a chicken egg. Ji dan.
Dan with a D or T?
D.
Jidan.
Yeah.
Jidan. All right. Yeah.
Huevo. Yeah.
Jidan.
Jidan.
Yeah.
Jidan. Yeah. It's funny because you know, having the Mexican restaurant, right? So I always describe Mexican Spanish as kind of like I don't want to say like a ghetto Spanish, but like a very like slangy Spanish, very slangy Spanish, right? And so that's how I speak. When I go back to Mexico,
Simón.
it's like Simón, a huevo,
Ay,
you know,
órale.
oh, chingado, you know, like it's always this, right?
Señor.
And so when I have, you know, customers from Mexico or customers from like other like Latino countries that speak Spanish, it's usually like embassy people. It's a very like high level people.
Yeah.
And so everybody speaks very, very proper. And so I have to keep this like super filter on my Spanish because I'm like,
Come on, man.
sepa la chingada,
Hey.
you know,
You don't like it, you can lamb it.
You know, I'm like, a huevo, cabrón, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to be like, oh, and they're like, oh, your Spanish is good. And I'm like, but yeah, I got to keep this filter on because I got to make sure people still come.
I
right?
feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I have to be like, you know, it's pretty hilarious.
The last
though,
time I was here, I met the Mexican ambassador.
Okay.
Super cool dude.
Yeah.
He's definitely paisano, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good segue because so you're doing Mexico, you're doing Houston, you know, everything's coming up, things are going good. And then you started to travel. And then eventually, I don't want to cut that off, but you're in Taiwan. Everybody's kind of like, how did this happen? How did you get to Taiwan?
This is a great story.
Sure.
And I'm glad that we have a lot of
it.
time.
We do have a lot of time. I'm going to get another beer while you start this off.
Okay, let's
keep
get
going,
another.
keep
Oh
going.
my God, dude,
Keep going.
We're going to be here at least a 12-pack? I mean,
Let's go.
How long are we going to be here? A case?
Keep going. I'm going to switch his camera over.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Do your thing.
You got to clear my throat.
Let's go.
Okay, so my wife Carolyn and I used to produce a mural festival, and it was called the Hue Mural Festival, and we did it like 3 or 4 years in a row, and it was really grown. It's super awesome. Well, we're actually in the middle of the festival. It's like a week-long festival. We have like 80 artists that are working all around the city, and all of a sudden we get I think a phone call, and it's this guy named Leo. And he's like, hey, I'd like to talk to you. We had met Leo very briefly. Literally, it was like in passing, like, hey, this is Leo. And hey, Leo. And then like, fast forward, we're in the middle of this mural festival. Leo calls and he's like, hey, I'd like to talk to you about an opportunity. And we're like, okay, cool. And we're kind of like, when you want to set up a meeting or like when? And we're thinking like, next week or later. And Leo's like, well, how about like now? We're like, wait, what? Like today? He's like, yeah, like how soon can you meet like from right now? And we were like, oh man, I guess you can come like, in an hour? Okay, great. So sure enough, Leo shows up and he has an iPad, and he has a presentation and he's telling us all about Taiwan and the beautiful, just everything about the country. And it was just, he came prepared. And so he's telling us about everything about Taiwan, and he starts showing us this images of I believe is Alishan. It's like a big amusement park further south. I think it's like 3 hours from here. And anyhow, he's like, I would love to see, what do you think of the idea of going and painting something, like doing something out there? And we're like, that sounds cool. And so he said, well, would you like to go? And we're like, where? He was like, to Taiwan. I was like, Karen, like, yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. And I said, this is my manager, by the way. And so, and again, he's like, oh, how soon, like, when do you want to go? It's like, well, how soon can you go? Like, and we're thinking like in a couple months.
Like
but he's like,
tomorrow.
no, like, yeah, how soon, like from right now, can you go? And so Carolyn looks at the calendar. She finds, like a couple weeks from now, he's available. And he's like, okay, great. And so he looks at Carolyn and he's like, and I'm assuming you're going to go too? And she's like, what? And he said, well, you're his manager, right? And she's like, yeah. She's like, well, you need to know what he's going to sign up for. Like, because basically he wanted to bring us here, show us everything.
Yep.
Soak it in, kind of absorb the culture and see if this is something we're interested in. And he was like, it's important that you go so you know exactly what he's committing to. So we came out here. I believe the first time we came out here was in 2015.
Oh, wow.
And it was just exploratory. Literally, he's like, I just want you to get the vibe. And so we came here, we landed in the airport, literally drove 3 hours straight down to the Alishan UU Pass area. Mm-hmm. And we were here for a bit, again, just soaking in everything in.
Yeah.
And so that was our initial moment here.
Okay.
After that, we had plans to keep coming back, but then COVID had hit.
Oh,
and so that put a pause on things.
Of course, yeah.
But then right after COVID, we were able to reconnect, and that kind of started this conversation again.
Okay.
And now we've been coming at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, and the goal is to always see how we can collaborate and really build that cultural bridge.
Okay.
For me personally, like I am actively looking to grow a new audience for my work.
Love it. Yeah.
And this is a kind of a segue. In Houston, when I first started, I was only one of a handful of people doing what I was doing, right? And then helping to grow the scene. Now there's a lot of talented artists in the city. For good or bad, I'd say it's for good because everyone's making a living. But now I'm no longer like the only fish in the pond, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. And what ends up happening is I have to kind of step outside of Houston for a minute and seek other opportunities.
Okay.
Now I think I'm going to go to Mexico and just like really grow something there.
Yeah.
But when I cross the border, guess what? I'm just another Mexicano. I'm a paisano. Like they're like, it's the way that it's ponchito del otro lado, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, maybe not. And if I go anywhere in America, even smaller cities like outside of Houston, like you got Beaumont, you have all these smaller cities, but they're like booming with the mural scene. They have
really?
they have mural festivals everywhere. And so what I found is like, no matter where I go, there's already people kind of doing the thing. And, and so it really is like, not only do I have to get out of Houston, I got to get out of this continent. I got to go somewhere else. And so with Leo,
welcome to Asia, brother.
Yeah. Keep going. Leo inviting us here, that was really, I think the thing that I needed was like, I need a fresh audience. I need someone to really see me as who I am. And so part of the goal here is to really grow my art and just find new eyes but at the same time, find new people, find new inspiration because it's a two-way street. I can't just bring.
Yeah.
I have to be able to have conversations and absorb and really soak in and then make that collaboration. In the past, Leo was able to connect us with this amazing artist here in Taipei. His name is Bounce.
I saw you tag Bounce
Dude,
in a few things.
That dude is incredible.
Okay.
Super talented artist. And we collaborated 2 years ago. I did the artwork for the EVA Air Marathon.
Okay.
I did all the artwork for that. And so as part of this collaborative bridge building, we connected with Bounce. And he and I painted live on a stage during the marathon. And he painted the left side. We had two big canvases, separate.
Okay.
On one side of the stage, on the left, he had his canvas. I had mine on the right. And then at the end of the marathon, we brought them together, and they matched up perfectly.
Oh,
and made one mural.
That's cool.
And it was we were kind of like, oh, the idea worked. Like,
okay.
At first, it was like, if we're painting like this, they're really gonna line up.
It's like Lego that doesn't fit, right?
Yeah, but they lined up perfectly, and it was just like, oh my God, this worked. And so it was very successful, and we're like, let's ride this momentum. And so the following year, we actually brought Bounce to Houston. And same thing, we had a partnership with the Houston Zoo, and they had a wall for us. And so across time zones and across oceans and continents, Bounce was designing his left side of the mural.
Okay.
I was designing my right side of the mural.
Wow.
And we would send each other designs, and then we matched them up. Him and his team, him and Joseph came to Houston, and then we rocked out this mural at the zoo, and it was beautiful.
That's cool, man.
To build off that momentum, we then painted a mural here at the Taipei Zoo.
Yes,
and you're probably asking, well, why are you painting murals at the zoo?
No,
the interesting connection is that the Taipei Zoo has a herd of bongos, not the drum.
The
animal, and all females, no male.
Okay.
The Houston Zoo.
I know where you're going.
Has a young homie.
Let's go.
Ready to travel.
He's ready to stud.
And the partnership actually developed because the Houston Zoo was going to loan the Taipei Zoo, the male, to help the population grow.
Sure.
And so the murals actually talk about the relationship between the Houston Zoos, but in the center of both murals is the bongo.
Okay.
Because that was the connecting point.
Oh man, lucky dude.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It was really cool also to bring in animal husbandry into the mix. Like I love animals, and so to paint a mural with animals in it was also like a perk and a highlight.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah. That's beautiful. I'm gonna quickly pick up some pictures here.
Okay, cool.
And then you tell me kind of what's going on here. Bam. I grabbed some random ones in there, so tell me about them.
Woo! Okay, so this is what I love, like the serendipity of things.
Yeah, brother. You know, you gotta just shoot on these because we got a bunch.
We got an email, and I'll try to. Anyone that's watching knows me is like, dude, the doc, he talks a lot. So I'm gonna try to condense these stories. We get an email from a person from Visit Hattiesburg. Hattiesburg is a small city in Mississippi. And so they're like, yo, we want to see if you want to paint this building. The mayor of the city was like, I'm on a new campaign. I want to paint 500 murals in the city.
Okay.
And they reached out to me to see if I'd be interested. And the lady was like, the only thing is like, the guy that owns this building specifically said he wants to work with you. I'm like,
nice.
Some dude in Hattiesburg knew my art and said, I will only want him to paint my building. It's like, how's that happen? Well, it turns out the guy like has connections to Houston. He owns property in Houston.
I love it.
And so he knew my work, and he said, he actually wanted me to replicate one of my murals there. And we were like, well, why replicate it? Let's make something new and fresh. Let's make something very specific to Hattiesburg.
Yeah, exactly.
But on top of that, Carol and my wife's brother, Uncle Matt, he actually teaches at the University of Mississippi.
Okay.
And so he lives in this town. Okay. Which is really cool. And so we were able to road trip, me and my assistant JoJo, who's like, oh, that homie, like I'm gonna have to bring JoJo to Taiwan. People,
bring her
if
out.
people flip out on me, they're gonna flip out on him.
I love it. I love it. Bring him out.
But so we went. I designed this mural. It pays tribute to the city, depending on who you ask, but it looks like Hattiesburg is the birth of rock and roll.
Oh, okay.
In America.
Didn't know that.
And so the big blue guitar is a nod to that. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of action, a lot of energy, because it's an old town, but they have a fresh new perspective and a new direction. So the center is an old train station that's been restored, and now it's a really nice building that's being used in the public. And so there's an arrow shooting off to the right, which is like, when the train leaves the station, it's going on to the new destination. And so this is the city embarking on its new journey to grow and become like the next. They are already the hub of the state, but now you got to put a rim on that hub. You know what I'm saying?
That's very cool. I love that. Very cool. Very cool. All right,
and that's me chillaxing.
And that's you. I love that. That's why I had to pick that one. Great story there too. Let's get the next one. That's it, right?
That's the zoo.
I had to find that one.
That's here at the Taipei Zoo.
Yeah.
That's my half, and I have half the bongo. And if you look at Bounce's on the other side, his bongo head matches up exactly to mine.
That's cool.
These are animals that are the animals that we picked in both our murals are animals that are included in both zoos' collections.
Got it. Okay.
The only one that isn't in ours is the pangolin on the top right.
Okay.
But I just love the animal. But the pangolin is here.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I put them in our side because I want one in Houston.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you make it happen. Make it happen.
I'll smoke one.
It'll happen.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
It's possible. Let's see. Watch it. Yeah.
Okay, so dude, this is cool. I painted this probably like 10 years ago, I think.
Oh, really?
This you can't really tell the scale, but this is probably like a 25-foot tall mural.
Oh shoot!
And this was in conjunction with our local footy club, or some people call it soccer.
Football, soccer,
And the Dynamo, they had a new kit, which was the black kit, and they wanted to do something really cool. Now this is interesting. This mural is like 25 feet tall by like maybe like 30, 40 feet wide, and they wanted to do this basically like drop the kit like boom. So they were like, "Can you start this mural like at 4 a.m. and finish it by like noon?"
Oh,
because we want to do the unveiling.
Okay,
and it was good. What they wanted it to be a secret until they dropped it.
That's cool.
So I started when it was dark.
Gotcha.
And then we and all of a sudden boom, and they dropped the announcement. They dropped the kit, and so it was like literally like overnight.
That's so cool.
People drove by the next day. It was
like what?
Yeah.
I know the painted black Rolling Stones,
black.
right? You gotta have it. You gotta have it, right? I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
My family, my dad's old rock and roll dude.
There you go.
I grew up with all that stuff too. Love it. Love it. Let's keep going.
Okay, that's also the Dynamo. So interestingly enough, I just finished this major mural production at the Dynamo right before I came here. Literally from that I came here.
I was checking that out.
So this is another mural I painted at the Dynamo. I think I've overall like the one I just finished is my 6th mural on the stadium. And I will say that the stadium, I have to give them credit, the team and the stadium, for like being so open to local artists.
That's so cool.
Because they're giving local voices a chance to like be expressive and really tell our own stories through our own voices on the stadium. And especially now with the World Cup, people from around the world are coming and they're seeing what we have to say.
Love that.
That's a work in progress.
I love that, brother. It's very cool. World Cup, I mean, that's a whole other topic. Let's just finish the pictures here.
All right, this is in Puebla.
So cool.
It's in Puebla.
In Puebla.
Yeah, bro. I love the building. It's like a pyramid.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. Yeah.
And the colors. This is actually one of my favorite pieces that I've done. It's just very vibrant, it's got a lot of energy. But this is one of the murals that we painted through Visit Houston, and again, our hope to be able to build a bridge of cross-cultural connection. Also, the Mexican citizen is the #1 tourist in Houston.
Okay.
That's
really?
our,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And so we want to really support and honor that relationship and really grow. But we also want to go both ways. Like we need more people to come in.
Of course.
And spend their dollars.
Yeah. No, that's how it works, right? You gotta, that's.
Yeah.
You were talking about people going to Mexico for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I was watching. There was a couple of pictures in these videos of this like Korean couple that went to Mexico, and they had like. Korea was knocked out or whatever, but they had their Mexico kit on, and they were having, some tacos al pastor there, and they were just like, what? They loved it. It was great.
Let me tell you this story.
It.
Yeah, dude. All right, let me tell you this story when you said that.
Yeah.
So last World Cup, my wife and I, Carolyn, and our daughter Alyssa.
I saw the video. Keep going.
We, I think it was like a second honeymoon type of thing, or just a vacation. We're like, let's go to Mexico. Let's go to Mexico City. And so we booked everything, and then I was like, oh my God, we're going to be there when Mexico's playing. And I told my wife, like, you have no clue.
Yeah.
Super what
Bowl
it's
times
like.
A million.
You don't know what it's like to be in Mexico and watch a World Cup game when Mexico's playing.
Yeah.
Like, you have no clue what that's like.
Yeah,
we are in for a treat.
Yeah.
So we go, and we're in the Zocalo, right? Big screens.
Yeah, I love it.
And we were literally at that game when Mexico lost, and all of a sudden the TV screen turns, and it's dual. Mexico's losing, Korea. And then we literally saw the crowd go from like, oh, Korea! And we were there when Korea won, and literally the chant was born like in seconds. Before you knew it, random Asian, didn't have to be Korean, an Asian person. They were like, Coreano! And dude, it was so lovely to see that embrace and to be in that moment. But I'll have to take it even a step further back. Back in 1986.
Okay. Ooh, Mexico 86.
Exactly, bro.
Of course, yeah.
My family and I happened to be in Mexico City during the World Cup in 86 when Mexico was playing Germany.
Okay, yeah.
I was like 13, I think, maybe 13, 14, maybe
14.
I don't know,
I remember, yeah.
At that point, dude, I didn't know football, I didn't know soccer, I didn't really know World Cup, I didn't know anything. What I did know was party. What I did know was chamba, the party, right? We're down there, and the city, like, I don't know if you could, had a literal pulse. Like, the city was just like on fire, and you could feel the momentum. Everyone's in the streets, and they're honking horns, and basically what you're seeing on the internet now, but like you're seeing it live. And I'm 14, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And so we got to experience that, and that's when the bug really got me. It's like,
I love that.
What is this? And they're like, yo, it's the World Cup. Oh, man. It happens every 4 years. Like, what? So 86, right?
Yeah.
And then 1990, Italy. That's when I first started watching it on TV. I'd have to watch the game. I think at that point it was in the middle of the night for us, like later in the evening.
And then US 94, I guess, right? Yeah.
94. Okay, so I mentioned my homies earlier. So my homie Uriel, Luis, and Aldo.
All those are good names too, man. Shit.
And then we had this white kid named Shannon.
Perfect.
He's my homie. He was in soccer.
I love it.
But that's when it was like the first time U.S. was hosting the World Cup. Well, I don't know if it was the first time, but they were hosting it in 94. And I was like, I told my dad, I was like, Pops, oh my God, like the closest game to us was in Dallas, which is 4 hours away.
Okay,
And I was telling my dad, yo, Pops, oh man, is there any way? Oh, like,
we gotta go.
My dad had a relative or distant cousin, someone in Dallas, and he was like, hey, can you get us like some tickets to the game? Whatever. And this back in the days where you had to like drive to the stadium, stand in line,
no internet,
buy the tickets physically, and then had to put them in the mail, send them to us. Dude, have you ever watched Willy Wonka?
Of course.
You know when Charlie opens the candy bar?
And the golden ticket, baby.
Dude, when my dad handed me the mail,
that golden
and
ticket.
I open it up, and there's tickets in there to the World Cup. And guess what? We're watching Argentina play Bulgaria.
Oh,
and we're like, this is our chance to see Maradona.
Yeah, Maradona.
Play live. So I had an old Cavalier car. And I painted the car. I painted the car with Viva Mexico. Literally, I painted the car.
Beautiful.
Painted the windows.
Okay.
We loaded up and we took off, dude. We drove to Dallas, and unfortunately, that would literally we're in the stand, dude. We're in Fan Fest. Oh, it's amazing experience.
Love that.
But we literally right before the game kicks off, they make the statement, Maradona's out. That's when he got kicked out for drug use.
Oh, really?
So we did not get to watch him play.
Ah, that's a bummer.
Okay. But the World Cup, like again, seeing people from around the world and coming together, like there was no politics.
I love that.
There was no government.
Yeah.
It was just people, sport, and love. And
Yeah.
I think that's what's translating now.
Yeah.
But
people are sick of that politics shit, man.
Yeah.
Come on, you know.
So I'm gonna tell another story.
Yeah.
My homie Uriel might not like it, but that's okay. Right?
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Uriel.
So we got so excited about '94. Well, guess where the next World Cup was gonna be?
Oh shit! I have to go back in
France,
time.
98.
France, 98. Okay.
And we're like, if we start saving now,
yeah.
we got 4 years to save enough money
Yeah.
to go to France as a crew. And we're called the Alligadores.
Alligadores, okay.
It's a made-up word. It's like my Spanglish version of alligator. That's a whole other story.
Okay,
Anyhow,
okay.
The Alligadores were going to go to France to watch the game.
Love it.
And so we're saving money. And then, again, my homie Uriel was dating this amazing person.
Okay.
Super amazing person.
Yeah, okay.
But you know, sometimes the amazing person is the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
Because she's like, yo, homie, if you can save enough to go to France, you can maybe save enough to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh,
and so,
no.
obviously, he made the right choice. You know, he went ahead.
Of course.
He has an amazing family.
Yeah.
Amazing wife. Shout out to Tonya.
That's the choose your own adventure thing, right?
Choose your own adventure.
Yep.
And so but then one by one, we're all like, yeah, we're just watching on TV.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
the good part about it is like we literally would call each other up. Hey, are you awake? All right, cool. I'm on my way. And we'd be at someone's house at 2 a.m. with a 6-pack of beer, 12-pack, and just be getting. But you know, it's that camaraderie, it's that brotherhood coming together to watch the game and just having fun.
We got a bunch of comments. Argentina
people are
Argentina
commenting?
versus Bulgaria, 1994. Cotton Bowl, Dallas. We got a bunch of comments.
Yeah,
man.
the Cotton Bowl. Hey, you know what? I didn't even realize people were commenting.
Yeah.
Sorry. I should be reading these.
No, I'm not sure if the YouTube is working live. I apologize if it's not. It never has issues, but if it's not working, we will definitely re-upload everything. Apparently, the Instagram is flawless.
Okay,
so
I see.
switch
IG
over to
has
Instagram.
been very, it's been very smooth. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It never has issues. I don't know why, but you know, it is what it is sometimes.
Well, let me ask you
know?
a couple questions.
Shoot me, man. I love that.
So you said there's not a lot of raza here?
There's not that much. Yeah, there's some students that come. They come. I think it's kind of like what can I say? Like maybe a wealthier ones, maybe from Mexico. They'll come.
Yeah.
They'll learn some Chinese and they'll go back for business or something.
Yeah.
There are quite a few Latinos that come out here. So yeah, but like long term, like I hate to say middle-aged raza guy, you know, there's not that many. Yeah. But there's a few, you know, there's a few guys kicking around. We're pretty close, you know, especially, you know, when things like World Cup happen, things, you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's funny because you were saying, you know, a similar thing back in the story when you were talking about you know, being Mexican American, and you're kind of like, you know, everything, the scene is kind of growing. You're thinking you need to leave North America. I had sort of a similar thing, you know. I was coaching soccer, you know, my family does, you know, food and stuff like that. But I mean, I can't go coach soccer and make Mexican food in Mexico. Oh, you know what I mean?
No,
like, come on, you know, there's that like, the only thing I could do there would be just the English.
You can't bring sand to the beach, bro.
Exactly, right? So it's like, you know, I thought my family's like, go back to Mexico, you know, check it out. And I'm like, I got to get out of Canada. So I came here. Plan was just a couple years. And I mean, it's been like over 20 years now.
So you came here teaching soccer?
Yeah, I teach soccer. And then I was also teaching English.
Wow.
I did some Spanish as well, but English is easier and more in demand. Yeah. So,
and then you said, yo, I'm going to slam some tacos over here.
Yeah, so then I thought, you know, I got married and my wife was teaching as well. And she wanted to try something different, like a coffee shop. There was no Mexican food. And I said, well, there's a lot of coffee shops. And I'm not a huge coffee guy. I'll have it, you know, when I'm tired or whatever, but that, you know, not so much. And I said, yeah, let's try. She had food with my family before. I said, well, let's try this. So we had a little puestito in the night market in 2007. Tried that, and it's hard. Food is tough, man.
Yeah,
Food's
the
hard.
margins are small, dude.
It's small,
Yeah.
and then when there's no ingredients, I have to send a shout out to my mom because she was able to make Mexican food in Canada where there's no ingredients.
Wow.
This was like I'm in my 40s now, so 40 years ago.
Yeah.
There was no maseca. There was nothing there,
Yeah.
man. So we made everything from scratch, right? And so that's what we do here because there's no ingredients. Not really. Sometimes people will, you know, say, hey, why don't you import stuff? And I'm like, yeah, but I'd rather just use local, fresh stuff.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, we imported beans for a little bit. We imported like a version of maseca, which is called arimasa, like an organic version of it. It was good, but people didn't really take too well to the corn tortillas here. Because everything here is like the dumplings is all flour, so they love the flour.
Yeah.
And then when we started grinding the corn and doing that nixtamal style, then the corn tortilla sales went like that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Like I came yesterday, I didn't know what to expect, and I just literally, by chance, you were on your way out. I literally ran into you. But I had the, I was like, I gotta try as much as possible. So I had 2 flour and 2 corn.
Okay.
I did the chicken, the ground beef. But I had to do 2 carnitas on corn.
Okay.
And I will say the locally sourced pork.
Yeah.
And the corn tortillas made from locally sourced corn, dude, was just like and I gotta say, your salsas and everything's legit, bro.
Thanks,
like,
brother.
It was,
Yes,
dude, it's coming from.
Thank you.
From a Tex-Mex, bro. Like
sometimes I get nervous, man. I'm like, oh shit, you know?
No,
because we're try, but sometimes you're just missing so much.
Yeah.
You're missing 95% of the ingredients.
But you know, it's like
Mexican food's just fresh vegetables, right?
And I'll say like if you're missing 95%, the 5% you're getting it right, bro. Like that 5%, you're.
That's
like,
from my mom, man. Doing it in Canada, you know, when there's nothing. You know. I appreciate that. You know, I think food is important, and it's something that we started with a stand, and our plan was to do more stands, but I wanted to give the whole vibe. People would come in, and my previous restaurants looked more Mexican, like with the bright colors and stuff, and people here was kind of like what you were saying with the States. They're kind of like, what is this? This is weird, you know? But instead of forcing that, with this one, I know that like American culture and Western stuff is super popular here. So I'm like, well, let's keep the tacos and all that stuff. Keep all the Mexican foods, the beans and the rice. But I also like to have, you know, local craft beer on tap. So all the beer here is local craft. So let's do all that. But then just kind of, you know, a little bit cheeky. A few things that I miss, like buffalo wings. I'm like, I have some buffalo wings.
I noticed that on the menu.
Gotta have some buffalo wings. But, you know, we get local cayenne peppers. We make our own. We don't use Frank's. We make everything, right?
Dude, that's
so it's
awesome.
crazy. It's so labor intensive, but when people notice, it means a lot.
Do the salsa, the red one?
Yeah.
Dude, the red sauce was.
There is
there
are like a couple farms here that grow like habanero.
Yeah.
Carolina Reaper,
habanero,
right?
Dude, the green salsa was, it was amazing. I put the green salsa on the pollo and the ground beef, and I was like, I'm gonna save the red for the for the carnitas. And dude, I took that first bite, and it was just like
awesome.
Dude, I'm not a foodie guy. Like I don't do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But dude, I was just like, I gotta set my camera up. I gotta like.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
started like dude, I became a foodie like in one bite, dude. So.
I love it. I appreciate that. You know, because, you know. We get mostly love. Sometimes you get, you know, not love or whatever, right? But it is what it is, right?
I like that, not love.
Yeah, no, you get not love, not love sometimes. Bro. So just quickly, this dude, I don't know how long ago, man, about a month ago, he dropped off these. I didn't even know there was craft beer in Mexico.
Dude, does that say charro?
It does.
What?
Yeah. So there's craft beer in Mexico, and it's come to Taiwan.
Dude, wait. First of all, I
don't even know.
I saw the bottles on the menu.
Yeah.
But
this is not on the menu. Yeah.
Well, I saw them somewhere. They were on display.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I saw them when I walked in. I saw them, but I was kind of like, you know, I just honed in on like I need a Mexican beer. I got the Corona, but I didn't know that those were from Mexico.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't know. I haven't even tried them, man.
Dude, you gotta. Let me see.
Yeah, and check that. I want to know the artwork. I want to know what you think about that artwork, man. We're gonna try them all. So I'm gonna go half.
So what are we drinking first?
We're gonna do this. It says cerveza clara on it. So
dude, that's like a lager.
This must be a lager, right?
Dude, we're doing a beer tasting.
We're doing a beer tasting. Yes.
Oh, my homies are gonna be jealous. Let's see. How is World Cup feeling in Taipei? Where are people? Who are? Oh, okay. So, first of all. When I was coming here, I looked at the schedule and like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in Taipei. All the games.
Ours suck.
And so my wife helped me because I'm like technically like not the best. So she was like, I'm gonna download these apps for you. You can watch the game. Oh, salud.
It's okay. Salud.
Hold on.
It's okay. Keep going.
That's super light. It's a very light beer.
Is that this one? No, it's not.
I mean, I think Corona's heavier than this.
Corona's heavier. Yeah.
This is like super
cerveza
light.
clara.
I mean, is it even like beer?
Ultra premium charro. I don't know, man. 95.
Okay.
But it says 95 calories, so maybe it's one of those.
It's a super light.
Well, we'll drink that.
We'll drink it though.
30 seconds, we'll probably finish that. But that's okay. Yeah.
So I had my iPad, and as soon as I got here, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch the game, and I start clicking through, and because of the the firewalls, whatever. Like,
Oh,
sorry, dude,
yeah.
you can't
That's
use any
a
of your
pain
apps.
in the
And I
ass.
was like,
Yeah.
So my wife's like, yo, you just get a VPN, like just get VPN, log in, whatever.
Yep.
But again, my homies, Los Alligadores, we're like in real time. I'm like, dude, send me updates. And so my phone's bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching it where I can, but like had I known about this place earlier, I would have come here to watch the game. But the vibe, I ask everywhere I go, I'm asking people like, yo, you watching the Cup? And I have to say, like, not many people have been as engaged here.
You know what? Usually when the hours are good, it's really good. Like when Japan played at lunchtime here, like last Sunday, it was packed. It was all Japanese people. Everyone was drinking, just like Mexico.
Yeah.
Everyone's drinking, eating, having a good time. I'm in the back cooking, and then you hear the, hey, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, Japan scored, and I come out and check, right?
Yeah.
But no.
So
usually it's really big, but this year, because it's like the best games are like 4 a.m. 3 a.m.
I mean, I was up.
That's tough.
I got up at midnight to watch the Brazil Japan game at one in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I have to like work. You know, I have to work.
It's so hard.
It's been difficult. Not difficult, just challenging. Any other questions out there? This is so cool, dude. Like, hey, Carolyn, like this setup here, gangster. We need a monitor like that.
Yes.
Okay. Let's keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm
Let's
getting
keep going.
distracted.
No. I know that's why that's one of the things. Sometimes people will check that out, and then they'll just like, I'm like, okay, hold on.
Let's get back to reality.
Monitor good and bad. No, I like I said, guys, if it's not, some people are saying the audio is, I don't know. Switch over to Instagram, Eddy Live Show at Eddy Live Show. Apparently, it's perfect over there. But right after this, I will just immediately upload the raw thing. But yeah, so. Shit, where are we now, man? We're doing pictures still?
I don't know, yeah.
Let's do some pictures
I get
still.
sidetracked.
We finished that
we're in
finished
Mexico,
that one?
yeah.
There we go.
All right, so that one, dude, you know what I love is like every project, is a journey in itself.
Sure.
There's always these challenges, these hurdles, these ups, these downs, these ebbs, these flows. And this mural, it's a 9-story building.
Okay.
It's in downtown. It's right 1 block off of Market Square. I believe it's Travis and Preston, or Travis and Prairie, but it's right across the street from Frank's Pizza. And this was to celebrate it was leading up to the 100-year anniversary of the Houston Rodeo.
Okay. Oh.
Now,
cool.
if you're watching this, you might not even know what rodeo is. You might be familiar with it, but Houston has the largest rodeo, I would say, in the world.
Okay.
All the other little rodeos, I say little, because they are little rodeos. They compete. And they all work towards what would be like the Super Bowl of rodeos in Houston. And it's like a month-long celebration of rodeo, livestock show, carnival. Like if you ever watch a movie and they're showing America and they're showing some small town, they see a rodeo, imagine that like on the World Cup level. Like it's just like massive.
The World
stadium.
El Mundial de Rodeos.
Yeah, it's a stadium full of people watching the rodeo. So this mural was dedicated to the anniversary of being in existence for 100 years, and it's right in downtown. And
that's awesome, dude.
It has my colors and the excitement.
I love that.
So
I love
the
that.
energy.
Yeah, it's very Mexican style. I love the colors, man. I love
it matches my shirt. What?
I love the shirt too. I love the shirt.
Are people
too.
seeing the picture right now?
They are, yeah, for sure.
Damn,
Yeah. On the Instagram's on the left there.
Word.
And then the YouTube is up there.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Cool.
Very cool. I love it. Oh, we got another one. Oh my God, genius artist on the pod. What's up, Average Joe? Sorry I missed your comments, man. This guy is
Average Joe.
This guy, he's not average.
I was about to say, bro.
So he's from Europe, but he lives in Washington, D.C.
All right.
And he watches like all the podcasts.
Oh, nice.
He came to visit maybe 2 years ago, and the first thing he did was he came to the restaurant, and we hung out and we drank beer, and it was awesome.
Kind of like this.
Come back, please. Love that guy. Yes. I think I got 2 pictures left. There we go.
This one is in downtown.
Okay.
It's on the top of the Camden Apartments, I think. It's like 30 foot tall, and then kind of basically like a block long on each side.
Okay. Wow. How long would something like that take?
You know, murals.
Because that's.
Yeah, they all take different. They all have different parameters.
Because like for me, I'm zero, art skills.
Yeah.
That looks like that would take a long time.
I think it took about 3 weeks on each side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
So.
Yeah. That's so cool. Though.
Yeah, they again.
Wow.
Every project has its challenges, and
Sure.
I think once you've done it long enough, you have to. I just had this conversation last night with some other creatives, and we were saying that you have to be able to walk through fire. before you can breathe it.
That's just like
You know what I'm
fucking tacos in Taiwan, man.
Tacos in Taiwan, bro.
You know, that's crazy.
I'm curious to see what all you have. You said you were digging through some.
I got one more here. There's a bunch there lined up.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There
you go.
So that one is, I would say, the hallmark mural. This is kind of a turning page in Houston history.
Oh, okay.
And I would say also in my career, but this mural was painted in 2013. Now,
Okay.
in Houston, like I said, the graffiti scene, and then as it started to develop into what's called a street art scene, was there. It was in Houston. It was growing. It was happening. But in downtown proper, there really wasn't anything going on visually like this.
Yeah.
And so I was working with Visit Houston, and this is a long story short. They were working on a campaign to promote Houston around the world.
Awesome.
As a cool place to come visit.
Okay.
They were doing a series of photographs of prominent people in different industries, the best chefs, the best, music industry people, rappers and musicians and whatnot. So basically every sector in Houston had an advertisement going out with prominent people pictured. Well, they were about to take this photograph of the arts in Houston. And they were going to have different gallery owners, museum directors, things like that.
Uh-huh.
And I have to shout out Maggie, who was doing direction for the photograph.
Got it.
And she was talking to the people in charge and said, hey, I don't see a graffiti artist in this lineup.
Yeah.
And the person was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, you can't promote Houston as a place to visit
Yeah.
if you're not acknowledging graffiti and street art.
I love that.
And I'm like, wow.
I
And they're
love
like,
it.
well, do you know anybody? She says, yeah, I happen to know
I
a guy.
fucking know a guy. I know a guy.
And let me tell you, let me backtrack this story.
Let's go.
How things develop and how you should never be an asshole and how you should always just like
Never burn that bridge.
you never know
Never.
who you're. I would say 10 years before that, maybe,
Yeah.
I had a homie who was in a project and they were doing a mural and they needed some help and they needed some graffiti aesthetics, and so I came in and helped. And they just like they couldn't cross this bridge with the client of like, no, that's not it, no. And they kept like sending them revisions and artwork. And so like, hey, can you come help us? Yeah. So I show up and I do my thing, and the client's like, oh my God, yes, that's exactly the direction we want to go.
Got it. Yep.
Anyhow, help that project. Well, that lady Maggie, that she was involved with that thing. So
That's
she,
perfect.
So that's how I met her initially.
I love that. Just be nice to everybody,
fast
right?
forward, now she's like,
yeah.
I know a guy who does that. You should include him.
Yeah.
So I got asked, hey, are you willing to be a part of this photograph? I'm like,
love
yeah,
it.
sounds great. So I'm in the photograph. Now it's like museum director, gallery owners, graffiti artists.
I love it.
What?
Yes.
Like, that's pretty hardcore.
That is. I love it.
So then from that, the question was, hey, can you create a piece of artwork that we can use as a print to send out with the press release?
Okay.
I'm like, great. So I painted a canvas. It's like maybe like 3 by 4 feet. Mm-hmm. Houston's inspired was the theme.
I love that. Yeah.
I paint the
Let's get
mural.
back
They
up
make
there,
prints. Yeah, they make
Houston's
prints of the
inspired.
artwork. They send it all out, and Holly who was in charge of it was like, hey, of all the media releases that we're sending out, the most response is like, hey, this is a cool print.
Okay.
So she was like, do you think you can reproduce this canvas on a wall? I was like, yeah, for sure. And she's like,
In
well,
my sleep.
how big can you go? I was like, how big of a wall can you get me?
Yeah.
And so we started looking around for different walls, and it just so happened that this wall in particular is in downtown, right next door to Market Square, and it used to have a mural on it. But what ended up happening was that wall had structural damage.
Ah,
So they
gotcha.
literally had to like break the wall down and rebuild it.
Okay.
And so this wall was now blank.
Okay.
And it had been blank for a minute.
Okay.
And so the idea was like, hey, you can use this wall for this mural. The thing was, in downtown, we were not sure if Houston was ready for this type of work in the heart of downtown. And we
Got it.
literally thought people are either going to love it or they're going to hate it.
Okay.
And so we were like, hey, if you can just give us, this run of time, we would be happy with it. But it turned out that as soon as I painted it, like, it just took off. It grew wings on its own.
That's awesome.
And it's been there ever since. So, like, it's been there since 2013.
Damn. Okay.
What's interesting about this mural is this is when Instagram was starting to become what it is today. This is when social media was really, like, sure, Facebook was out there, but, like, it was not the juggernaut that it is today.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of people at the time were like, on Instagram, you could tell you were in New York because you're Empire State,
Okay.
Statue of Liberty.
Got it.
You could tell you were in any major city. In Houston, no one knows our buildings.
Got
Maybe the water wall, maybe, but most people you'd have to like find your way to the Astrodome.
Okay.
To say I'm in Houston.
Oh yeah.
Right. There was no visual landmark that really showed visually to anyone in the world that I am here.
Gotcha.
This mural became that background. This mural became a cool place to take a great picture, to show people and share it with the world.
Okay.
And it was in the heart of downtown, so it was accessible. It wasn't way on the other side of town. It was in the center, so it was accessible to everybody.
Okay.
That really helped. Everyone started coming here. In the fiscal year from when this wall was painted, this image was the #1 image posted on Instagram.
Wow.
People were just
that's
loving.
crazy,
right?
man.
And so then
I love that. That's
what
so
happened
cool.
was in downtown,
Okay.
everyone like property managers, right? People that own, like they start seeing all this attention of people coming to this wall to take photos and then posting. This back in the days when you would hashtag and location tag.
Okay.
And then that just like busted the door was kind of already open, but this kicked the door open of
Got it.
Everyone was like, I want a piece of that action. So a lot of property owners really started to open up and be like, I want that on my wall. And so that really gave a lot of other artists opportunities to be like,
love that.
Like that's literally like the dam broke loose, and now everyone was in that like love
That's
of like
really
let's put
cool.
more art on these
really
walls,
cool.
and this became the face. This was the first major blockbuster mural, especially in the graffiti aesthetic, to grace a wall downtown. Now from 2013 to now, whole buildings are being painted,
done.
And it wouldn't have started without this.
That's so cool.
I'm not trying
man.
to brag. I'm not trying to be egotistical, but no, seriously,
That's
that wall,
awesome,
that
brother.
wall helped change the direction of art
That's
in Houston,
awesome,
and
bro.
that's something to have a beer about.
That's beautiful. I think again, going back to what you were saying, you're coming out to Asia now. Asia, you said, is kind of similar to Houston 20 years ago. They love your shirt.
Shout out to Sister Annunciata.
There you
Who's
go.
that? Oh, who's that? That's my sister. Yeah.
What's up?
Sister
Yeah.
Annunciata. Oh man.
There you go.
She
There
was
you go.
like she was a force to be
She was
reckoned
a
with.
force, apparently. Yeah, that's
All
awesome.
right, I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No,
Sister
it's good. No, it's
Annunciata
good. It's good. So,
I had that.
So we have. You said you're coming out here. You're going to be coming out here more often, or what?
I mean,
I see you went to Singapore.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Singapore?
So,
pour another one.
Well, let's talk about this one. What's this
What is
one?
that? So we've got.
Dude, I don't have my glasses, bro.
We've got an amber. An
Okay,
amber here.
amber. What's this one?
And this is a pilsner.
Pilsner. Okay, cool.
So,
Let's
yeah,
do
the Pilsner.
Yeah,
Do the Pilsner. Yeah.
Pilsner is a step up from this
from the other one.
From the other one for sure. Here, I think that's. Yeah, look, we're
okay. Do your thing, bro.
We're getting a little darker.
Charro. Yeah. What do you think of the artwork on this?
You know what? I was so concentrated on the beer.
Yeah, check out the artwork. I don't
Sorry,
know.
I
I don't
apologize
hear-
to the artist.
No, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, so you have some sirenas on here? Oh, that's kind of so they're mermaids in charro gear.
Okay.
That's pretty dope. And this eyeball in the center.
I think it must be a small company. I've not heard of it, right? I think it's some kind of a craft beer from Mexico. People knew, they heard we're Mexican and we're craft beers, so they dropped some of these off a little while ago. I'm not gonna lie. I don't drink that often.
Okay,
But
I'll take the rest of that.
take that, brother. Yeah. I'm gonna end up getting the last time I got really drunk on the podcast was pretty bad.
Well,
I had this. So I'm a big UFC guy, right?
Okay.
And I'm pretty connected with the scene here, the MMA scene.
Cheers.
And cheers, man. Salud. And so anytime somebody comes through that's big in the MMA scene, the MMA guys, it's a small scene, but they'll call out. I do the English commentary for all the fights here.
Dude, that's awesome,
yeah, it's awesome.
man.
I love it. Yeah. The BJJ, the boxing, and the MMA.
Yeah.
And so this guy was doing some clinics out here, a Polish guy who fought in UFC, and I was like, that's great, send him over. So we came by, and he's like, he had a great time in Taiwan, but he didn't really get a good chance to have a beer. I'm like, what do you want? You want to have a beer? What do you want? He's like, well, let's do tequila. I'm like, okay. So we start doing tequila.
Nah, dude.
And he's telling me these like UFC stories and stuff. And it's great, right? It's great. And then we got so like destroyed. I remember signing off and then telling my staff, like, pass me another bottle of tequila, right? And then we got that. And from then till like the next morning, I don't remember anything.
Until you hit the replay button?
Yeah. Until I went. Apparently, I got home. I walked home. And, I walked in the house. I don't remember any of this because I don't drink very much. So I walked in the house and apparently I must have fell on the way because my arm was bleeding. And I just I don't remember. And I walked in the house and my wife's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to bed. Night. And this bump. Woke up the next day and I'm like, how the hell did I get here?
Dude.
It's crazy. That was like college day drunk.
But you know what?
Crazy.
I have to say,
Crazy.
I haven't met your wife, but shout out to her for rolling with it.
For putting up with his Mexican.
I will say the last time I got beyond lit was it was my birthday. I think I was turning 49.
Okay.
And shout out to Carolyn. She was like, "Yo, we're getting tickets to go see." I have a really good friend of mine. Shout out DJ Z Trip. He's an amazing international artist. He actually is they credit him as being the godfather of mashup. Like if you hear one genre on top of another, like country on top of hip hop or whatever, like he really helped develop that. You know, he's a good friend of mine. Met him like back in the days over mail. Not even
over
like,
mail,
over
snail mail.
Snail mail.
Now,
anyhow,
right?
Good friend of mine. He was traveling and he was with Atmosphere and Cypress Hill.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up Cypress Hill, but that's another hour.
And they were
right
on
there.
tour.
Okay.
And they were coming to Houston, and they were coming to Houston on my birthday.
Hey.
So Carolyn's like, "Yo, we're gonna get tickets.
You have to go. You have to. Yeah.
And then she's like, "We're gonna get the little cabana thing, the little table on the top of the hill,
going all out, baby."
And I was like, "Come on, man! Like, nah, we're gonna be like down with the people. I don't want to be no cabana.
Down with the hill. Let's go."
Guess what? Cabana's the best spot. Now,
it is.
Look, I'm old now. I'm officially
I know what
old.
you mean. I know what
I'm
you
officially
mean.
old because I used to be like down there.
In the mosh pit.
Dude,
in the mosh pit.
I was
there.
like, dude, we're in a nice chair. I can see everything. I can hear it.
I can go to the bathroom when I need to.
They got service. I'm like,
this is great.
Oh man. So my wife's like, hey, happy birthday. We go and it's like, she's like, you want to go play down there? You can go. And I'm down there like,
let's go.
And then I'm like, oh no, I gotta go back up. So I go back up and had the time of my life. Until until at some point, you know, you're just like, what? And I remember waking up the next morning, and I would just say, un desmadre.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you know,
desmadre,
but my wife was like, hey, man, it's your birthday.
It's all good. It's all good.
It'd be different if I did that every night.
Yeah. I have friends that do that almost every night. That's rough.
Did you say doo-doo?
Yeah, I said, dude, I have friends. I got friends.
No,
I got friends that do it almost all the time.
I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like most of the people that know like Godzilla the Thriller.
Godzilla the Thriller.
Who knows Godzilla the Thriller out there? Better yet, who knows Marvinzilla?
Marvinzilla.
There's different levels to the Gons.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I think the one at the very top that's very rarely seen. I think there's only two people that ever seen this level of Gons.
Okay.
And that would be Christian Azul and Jenny Wilkerson.
Okay.
Destructigons.
Destructigons.
Yeah, Destructigons.
He's breaking shit. He's breaking shit.
He's getting crazy, dude.
Shit.
Yeah. So anyhow, that used to be me, but not anymore.
Okay.
I'll say Carolyn
you
definitely
gotta
help me. Oh yeah.
You have to tone it down eventually, right?
I fought against it though. Don't get me wrong. I was like, what are you talking about?
I get it.
But then I was like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
I, you know what? Me, when I came here, I was like 23 years old.
Dude, I can only imagine.
Single man.
I can only imagine.
In Asia. Oh my God. That was crazy time.
I'm just going to drink my beer. I'm going to do it like the meme.
It was like, exactly, right? That's, you know.
But that's none of my business.
And that, like now everybody knows me as, you know, the Mexican restaurant guy, you know, family man. He's got a daughter, you know, the podcast, like super like respectable, like family guy. Yeah. But I mean, everybody's in their 20s once in their life, right? So I came out here. And it was crazy because at that time there was no other foreigners here. There was almost none. So there was Blockbuster Video though. Remember Blockbuster Video?
Come on, man.
So I would be
kind
like,
and rewind, bro.
I would go to rent like a Blockbuster movie on like a Friday because I didn't know anybody, and you'd walk in there. And people be like offering you jobs, like come teach at my school, teach my daughter. I'm like, okay, how old's your daughter? She's like 19. I'm like, oh, you sure you want me to teach your daughter? I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. He's like, yeah, teach her English, man, because everybody here is so friendly.
Yeah,
but almost like
to
a fault, like very almost like naively friendly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, you can't. Sometimes there's a rooster in the hen house, and you're like, my God, you gotta tone it down a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So, but everywhere you went, I mean, I would talk kindergarten, and I would get stalked by married moms follow me home.
Damn, bro.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What is this place?
Yikes.
You know, I'm like, what is going on here? You know, they would go pop into the 7-Eleven when I was in there. And I'm just like, what, you know, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, fancy meeting you here. What's going on? And they're just like, yeah, you know, I want to take English lessons from you. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm like, I'm busy, right? You know, currently, but you know, yada yada. I live quite far away from here because I'm like, I don't want people to know where I live.
That's
you
true,
know.
bro.
And they're like, she's like, oh, don't I follow you home a few times? Now you live right there. And I'm like, God damn, they're not even trying to hide that shit. It's like, damn, okay. It was crazy time. I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna get in trouble. But
Yeah,
that's
well,
it. Yeah.
speaking of tequila,
Yeah.
we have Luis Rodriguez up there saying tequila Los Abuelos, aka Fortaleza. I think,
shit.
In the U.S.
You know what wonder if
it's
it's available in town. You know what's crazy? Luis, right? Luis?
Yeah, Luis.
It's not available here, but when I have people traveling through Mexico or Taiwan, I'll be like, hey, you know, bring me a bottle. And one of the guys who's popping off on my clips right now is a American, Japanese, Taiwanese strong man, good friend of mine who lives in New York. And you know what bottle he brought me from there? He brought me that bottle, Fortaleza.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It's great.
You have it?
I have it. Well, which is crazy. Like I said, I don't really drink much, so it's there. I've had a little bit. It's like special occasion tequila, which is, you know, now. And the crazy thing is, because I know a lot of Brazilian Portuguese guys, right? And they're from Fortaleza. So when he brought the bottle, my memory is so shit.
Wow.
But I was like, Fortaleza, what? You know?
Yeah.
So I do have a bottle, but it's not available in Taiwan. The name of the restaurant is Eddy's Cantina. It's in Tianmu, right? So I have like 3/4 of a bottle there. Shout out to the strong man out there, the Crazy Jap. Go at the Crazy Jap on Instagram. This guy brought me a bottle of Fortaleza from the States. And he said that he's not a huge tequila guy, but he went into like a tequila specialty place. And he said, I want a good bottle for my friend in Taiwan who's Mexican.
Wow.
And they said Fortaleza.
Wow.
There's
so my homies, they're big into tequila.
Okay,
And,
so we have that.
I'm not a huge liquor drinker.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough, man. You get messed up on tequila.
The drunken monkey comes out, man. You know what I'm saying? And that dude's got rabies, man.
We got to keep that guy in a cage. That's
Yeah,
what I got to
for
keep
sure.
my guy in a cage.
Yeah. Can you imagine
it.
if my
Yeah.
drunken monkey meant your
Oh my
whatever?
God! Yeah.
Oh,
We'll be
Dude, we be running this place, bro.
we'll be back in the stadium in no time, man. Climbing the walls,
or in handcuffs.
Yeah, in handcuffs. True.
To each other.
That's right, man. and it's crazy because as amazing as friendly as everybody is in Taiwan, when a non-Taiwanese guy, when a foreigner, you know, fucks up, that dude's all over the news. So I'm so careful to not be on the news. But anytime there's weed is illegal here.
Yeah.
Anytime there's some dude growing weed or something, he's always Canadian.
Okay.
And then so I get so many people that this is bad. I get so many people that come in through here and they're like, well, the guy's Mexican and he's Canadian, so he's definitely got weed. I don't have weed. I don't have it, so don't ask, right? But anytime someone
They
gets
come here
busted,
asking you
they
for it?
come here and ask me for it. I'm
Dina's like,
come
"Yeah,
on,
but
hey."
buena.
I'm like, no, I don't got that shit, man. You know, like, and it's funny because, you know, you were talking again back to your story about you know, being, you know, the American and the Mexican. Do you remember that movie Selena? For sure,
Come
right?
on, man.
Do you remember
I
what?
do anything for Selena's.
Do you remember when
Come on.
this hit me so hard?
I already know it.
You know what I'm gonna say.
I already know dude.
You know what I'm gonna say. You
Yes.
say it. You say
when
it.
we're in the car and the dad's driving.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, that's
my
that's
life.
one of the best.
That's my
That's
life.
one of the best movie lines. But go ahead.
So he says, I'm Canadian, but I always really connect with like the Chicanos and the Mexican Americans because he says, when you go to Mexico, you have to be more Mexican than the Mexicans. And when you're in America, you got to be more American than the Americans. And that hit me with so hard because in Canada, they're like, you got it. You're Canadian, right? Yeah. You play hockey, you're Canadian, eh? But when you go to Mexico, it's like if Mexico plays Canada, who you support? And they're just like, and if you say the wrong thing, they're like, pinche canadiense, you know? And I'm just like, hey, I'm you. We're the same, brother.
And you know what he says at the
crazy.
end? You got to be more Mexican than the Mexicans. You have to be more American than It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Oh my God,
it is
dude.
exhausting.
Yeah, dude, that's one of my favorite lines of that whole movie, dude.
That's one of the
Other
favorite
than
lines of,
anything
like,
for Salinas, I mean, that's
of course. Yeah. And it's funny because there's that, but then the craziest thing is, okay, you're this Mexican Canadian guy, but then you come to Taiwan, right? And you're just a white guy. They just think you're white. Everyone thinks I'm white.
Wow.
It's crazy. So I mean, I got I took advantage of white privilege, man, so many times. I'm like, this is Mexican white privilege. I'm just like, you walk into a job and they're like, Canadian, eh? I'm like, hell yeah. And they're just like, yes, sir. And they're just like, all right, well, let me just write you a check right now. Wow. I'll take it.
Nice, dude.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So then, yeah, it's a long story, but it's a crazy life, man.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
can
crazy
imagine.
life, brother.
One thing, cheers. One thing that, first of all, this is good. The amber is definitely better than the first one that we had. The light.
Yeah, the other one was super
this
light.
one's better.
We got the amber here next. We got the amber here. Shout out to
the-
Charro. You know, again, one of the people get mad at me, but one of the things like. When you're a Mexican restaurant owner, cantina, you get so many beer samples. They come in, and sometimes you put them in your fridge and you forget, you know. And this one, they've been sitting there for about a month, maybe 2 months. What do you think? Mexican craft beer.
I mean, so far,
I didn't even know there was Mexican
the light
craft beer.
is definitely a light beer.
A little bit too light.
So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
It's doing what it's saying it's going to do. So I'm not upset at it.
Yeah.
Check.
Okay.
Next one that we had. What was the next one? It was a Pilsner.
It was a Pilsner.
Pilsner was good. It's a little heavier than the first one. I like it. It's got, so I'm looking forward to the amber. But
The amber. Yeah.
I was gonna say one thing as far as like what I love about traveling is you start learning different cultures.
Yeah.
I am the loudest person anywhere I go.
I love it. That's Mexican,
And
man.
that's in America.
Okay.
And then you come here.
Okay.
We're at a
forget
restaurant,
about
and the
it,
entire
yeah.
restaurant's like, and then you see like.
Yeah, that's
Oh, dude,
too
it's
funny.
just so crazy. I get everywhere I go.
You know what's hilarious? Like
Even
again,
in Japan, dude, they're just like,
Japan is. Dude, I went to a UFC event in Japan, and it was crazy because it was so loud, and then when it goes ding and the fighters come with touch gloves, it's just like the volume's like
no
to zero,
way, dude.
and I'm just like,
no way.
holy shit, it's so quiet. Oh my god, it's so quiet, and all the Japanese are like.
Are you serious?
And then, but of course, who did I bring? My American friends.
Yes.
Right? So
And
my
then-
American friends are like, fucking pussy, fuck you, you know, and then they're looking at us. And beside us was a Brazilian, 2 Brazilian guys. And there were some Brazilian guys fighting. You know, when the Brazilians fight, they get, you're going to die. Ooh, vamos head, right?
Yeah.
And so they're like, ooh. And the other guy's like, vamos head. And then the Japanese are just like, and then we're all just like, ooh, shit. But except my American guys were shit-faced.
Oh, come on.
And they're just like, fucking pussy. And the main event guy, I believe he was from a country with the same colors as France. Right. Shit,
Same
I'm trying to remember.
country with the same country with the same colors as France on the flag?
Yeah, same colors. Ah, shit. I'm spacing on
I
that
was
right now.
educated in America, so
Yeah.
my geography is not the best.
I only remember the flags of the countries that go to World Cups. But yeah, that's how I learned my flags,
Dude,
right? That's how I learned my flags. But anyways,
that's genius.
So anyways,
bro.
he comes out, and my American buddies again, they're like, "Yeah, fuck France," and I'm like, "It's not the French flag, dude." And they're just like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Yeah." It was awesome. But the funny thing was, long story short, was in Japan, they're so quiet. They were sort of like, they're like, "Okay, ding, touch gloves." And then my American friend's like, pussy, fuck you, and I was like, oh, it was crazy. It was so fun. So fun.
Yeah.
So good.
I've learned to kind of like, but it's hard.
Good.
It's hard.
Yeah, you got but one other thing is growing up in Canada, there was no Mexicans where I live. There was us and our cousins. But there was we were Mexican, and then there was one family of Ecuadorians and one family of, Chileans and one family of Bolivians and one family of Colombians. And there was one family of almost every country.
Yeah.
Right? Chile,
All of Latin
Ecuador,
America.
all of Latin America. And anytime there was a party, everybody comes together. Everybody brings some food.
Nice.
Everybody's just getting shit-faced. All of the furniture in the living room gets moved outside.
Of course.
And you're outside drinking. And then when you want to dance, you go into the
Exactly.
living room.
Yeah.
And everybody's dancing
dance
all
floor.
night. Kids are, it's 3 a.m. Kids are sleeping on the chairs,
Yeah,
right?
that's
it was
childhood
so
right
good,
there.
man. It was such a blessed upbringing to be Mexican and to be where I was. Man, I love it. It's so part of my DNA. It's
That's awesome.
crazy.
So
I love it.
me and my homies, the alligadores, we would road trip, dude. In my 20s, I mean, This is back when you could still travel safely through Mexico without worrying. Before the big things were happening with the drug cartels. Cheers. Oh, this is the amber.
That's the amber.
I'm
This
trying
is
this
the
real
amber.
quick.
It looks amber, right? I got an amber story for you after this.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, it's
I like
got
this.
some taste.
But we would travel to Mexico constantly. So one time, I get a call.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, bro, what's up? I was like, it was like a Friday or whatever. What's up? Just hanging out. Like, all right, cool. Well, we're on our way. We're about to pick you up. I'm like, well, what's going on? We're gonna go to Mexico, bro. I'm like, what?
That. I wish.
I was like, what?
I'm going to Mexico.
I had plans, bro. Like, I was trying to go to Mexico.
Nah, we ain't going. We're going to skip Taco Bell or skip Domino's.
It's
going to Mexico, man.
I already had my vision of what was going to happen that weekend, and it didn't include driving to Mexico.
Yeah, I love that.
But they're like,
man,
I don't care. We're on our way. We're like around the corner. Get ready.
I wish. Oh, man.
So then they pull up. I jump in the car. It was a truck. And I was upset. I'm like, fuck. I was like, get in the car. All right. I
got to go to Mexico again.
Yeah,
all right,
so we take off.
Let's go.
And, and it was just like, they literally like, we're around the corner. Get ready. So we drive 6 hours. We're at the border. We cross into Mexico. And I don't know, like, how many people have gone to Mexico. This different scenario because when you drive to Mexico, you have to then, you cross the border literally, and then you have to stop at the immigration area. And you have to get a certain visa to go into the interior. Like if you're going to go past like 30 miles, there's a checkpoint.
I didn't know that. Okay.
There's a checkpoint, and you have to have a certain visa stamp, whatever, piece of paper.
Okay.
So you got to get. So we're in line to get that piece of paper, and at that point, and again, this is like 30 years ago.
Okay.
We're like inching up, and then all my homies, Luis, Aldo, and Uriel, they're pulling out their birth certificates, all their proper documentation. I'm just like,
that's crazy, right?
Oh shit!
I'm Mexican and I'm going to Mexico.
I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "What do you mean you didn't bring your birth certificate? Like we're going into another country. Like you got to have paperwork." I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding me?"
That's crazy.
And so we cross the border. We're in the thing, and I am like, "What am I going to do?" Well, just going back to my memories of my dad going to Mexico, and they have this thing called La Mordida.
Of course.
La Mordida.
I love La Mordida, of course.
Which is if you translate
the bite.
It's a little bite, a.k.a. a tax, a.k.a. little under the table action.
A little bribe action.
And so I was like, okay, you know what?
I love La Mordida.
I'm at a point in my life where it's time for me to engage La Mordida.
La Mordida, baby.
And so I get to the front of the line.
Oh my God.
And the person there, immigration, is like, all right, let me see your paperwork. And dude, guess what I pull out?
It's right here. Wallet, it's right here, brother.
And I pull out my Sam's card.
I love it, man.
La Mordida. Sam's card,
La Mordida, una mordidita para ti, amigo.
And he's just like looking at it like, what is this? I'm like, it's my Sam's card, bro. It's got my name and my photo.
Yeah.
And he's
so
like,
hilarious.
You're going to enter another country with a Sam's card?
With a Sam's card, baby.
But I had it like this. I'll show you how I had it.
You had it with a little bit of fucking...
Y'all see this right here?
Yeah.
Can y'all see that?
A little bit of plata on the bottom.
So what I did is I took that. I did it like this. I did it like this. I did it like that.
That's so
and
Mexican.
I said...
That's so Mexico, dude. I love it.
Here's my Sam's card. And so the officer took the Sam's card and said, welcome to Mexico.
Bienvenido a Mexico.
And I was like, that's how we do it.
I love
But he
it.
did say, good luck going back.
Yeah. He's like, I'll take it. You know, when I was a kid, we were one of the summers we were visiting Mexico. You know, we were driving around and there was like a roadblock, and but you got my dad. We're Mexican, but my dad he had a Canadian passport at the time, and so we get pulled over. He's like, the officer's just like window down. There was no buttons. It was like roll the window down, and then he starts talking to my dad. I was probably like 8. My dad's like, I think he gave him $20 American or something, right? And the guy's like, okay. I'm like, Dad, and I know, born and raised in Canada. I'm like, Dad, what's going on? And he told me that's how I learned La Mordida. He's like, oh, it's La Mordida.
That's La Mordida, bro.
And I'm like, well, what is that? I'm like, the bite. What? That doesn't make sense, because I'm a kid in Canadian, right? Canadian kid. I'm like, what
Dude, can I take? Oh, she hung up.
Oh, yeah.
Carolyn, I saw you calling.
Bring her on.
Let me call her.
Bring her on.
She's going to be like, what? Hold on, I'm about to call. She's probably, you know what she's probably saying? Get off your phone. No, she's like, get off your phone.
Get off your phone.
Why are you on the
phone?
phone? Let's see.
So my dad, La Mordida, brother. Anyways, I had the Mordida there, and are we good?
Hello?
You want to say hello?
Hey, did you happen to call?
We're still live, yeah.
We're live.
Oh, I know. I did by accident.
Oh, yeah? Were you texting me to say, get off my phone? No.
No, I want you to get on your phone because people are commenting on Instagram.
They're,
Ooh,
okay.
check the Instagram comments.
On the live.
Okay, we got to check the Instagram
Okay.
for comments. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. I love you. What time is it in Houston right now?
Well, what I think is funny is that you're having beer for breakfast, and it seems like you're having beer for the evening. But you're
We are having beer for breakfast.
Yeah, it is beer
We
for
are-
breakfast.
we are
But
having
what
beer
time?
for
What time is it
breakfast,
in
yeah.
Houston right now?
10:47 p.m.
Oh, so you guys
yeah,
can join us
it's
for one
perfect.
then?
It's perfect. Okay. All right. We will check Instagram for comments.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Do you know how to check Instagram for comments, dude?
You got to use the phone, I guess. I don't know. You know. Anyways, again, guys.
The mordida.
I don't know. Yeah, the YouTube never has issues, but
But it does today.
But again, we're gonna re-upload this.
Okay.
La mordida. Anyway, so my dad's like la mordida, and I'm like, okay, well, what is that? And he said, well, you just got to pay. And I'm like, well, why? He's like, we just have to pay. I'm like, well, what happens if you don't pay? He's like, why? You go to jail. And I'm like, well, why would you go to jail? You didn't do anything. He's like, man, it's Mexico. This ain't Canada,
Dude.
This ain't Canada.
I got so many stories
and I'm
like
like,
that,
okay,
dude.
okay.
Yeah. But you
It
know
is
what's
what it
interesting?
is.
It's like
Yeah.
growing up, going so much to Mexico
Yeah,
and
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
my dad go through it. I didn't really understand what was going on until I was in that position, and it's like muscle memory. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Give him some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, the last time before I opened this branch of the restaurant, I was telling you the story yesterday that I hadn't been back to Mexico for a long time because when you're a kid in Canada, you go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Right. You go to Mexico, you see the abuelos and stuff like that, and all the cousins, the primos, everybody's there. But then when you move to Taiwan and your parents are in Canada, you go from Taiwan to Canada more. And I hadn't been to Mexico in probably over 10 years,
Yeah.
And, we went to Guadalajara. We were looking at machines. I stayed with my uncle. Shout out to him, amazing guy. Mi tío Armando, right? He's
Yeah.
an amazing guy.
Oh, dude, everyone has a tío Armando, bro.
And you know what's hilarious? My dad is Mario Enrique, too.
What? Come on, man.
And my middle name's Enrique también.
Little
man,
Tocayo. All right,
Yeah,
so
exactly,
look,
right?
we're
Yeah.
I'm
Are we
sorry.
good?
We're live on
Are we
Instagram
still
for
live
sure.
on Insta?
But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see comments, though. Where are the comments at? Come on, man. Help me out.
Not good on Instagram,
I
man.
need
I'm
a
not
tech
gonna lie.
department.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. Usually they pop
just
up.
text me
but,
the question, bro.
Yeah,
Hey.
pop over to YouTube and drop the comments in if you want to do that. Because again, I don't know why. I can
Video
see that
just
I don't
froze.
have any drop frames. My stream thing is perfect, but I just see a little error thing on YouTube. I don't know what's going on there.
Okay, I don't know. I'll put this aside. Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
Sorry,
so
I didn't mean to cut you
basically,
off. Yeah.
So basically, I don't even remember what I was saying, but it is what it is.
Well, I will
It
say,
is what it is.
I
Yeah.
just literally just hopped on real quick. Shout out to Jester who's watching. Dude,
Jester, oh, what a
dude,
name.
Dude, I love this
What
guy,
a
man. Dude,
name.
I'm telling you right now, dude, Jester's been like, dude, he's been a homie since like
That's
day
a fucking
one.
name, man.
Super awesome guy. He's always been very
Fucking
supportive.
Jester. I always wanted a friend named Jester,
You
brother.
throw the bat signal up, homie's there, dude. So,
Blood in,
hey,
Blood out, or what? We talking about Jazz? Do you remember those movies? What do you think of those?
Dude, come on,
Let's
man.
go, Blood in, Blood out.
Come on, man.
American Me. Let's go.
American Me, dude. Come on, man.
Those movies had me going to
Dude, wait.
school with like the fucking my thing going in.
Hold up.
Like a vato loco, man.
You can't
Somos
talk about.
pocos.
You can't.
Somos pocos pero locos, güey.
American Me, bro.
Oh my
Dude,
God,
hey,
La M.
Dude, you
Oh,
can't.
man.
You can't talk
You can't
about.
just talk
no,
quickly about that.
No. You can't talk. Yeah, that's a whole other podcast. You can't talk about any of that and not mention La Bamba, bro.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh my God, La Bamba,
Hey, dude.
Richie Valenzuela.
Come
They
on,
cut the
man.
name right. Oh, that's too
dude.
much. Esai Morales, right?
Dude,
I
that was like
love
one of the
that.
best movies
all
ever,
that
dude.
stuff. I love it. I
In
love
art
it.
lessons.
I
know what I'm
love
saying?
that stuff, dude. Oh my God, all that stuff. Those movies really connected with me. Being like this Canadian, but Mexican.
Yeah.
There's no other Mexicans, and funnily enough, my hometown is like 40% Portuguese.
Wow.
And being like a light-skinned Mexican,
Yeah.
everyone just is like, "Oh, you spelled the last name wrong. It's Gonzalez." And I'm like, "No, I'm Mexican. It's Gonzalez." And they're like, everybody just speak Portuguese to me. I'm like, "No, I'm Mexican.
Well,
I'm Mexican. I'm not Portuguese."
What's funny in
It's
Houston,
crazy.
in
Yeah.
Houston, if you're brown, you're just Mexican by default.
You're just Mexican.
No matter where you're
Okay.
from in the
Doesn't
world,
matter.
if you're brown,
Puerto
you're just,
Rico,
you're
whatever,
Mexican.
doesn't matter.
So,
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's all the brotherhood right there.
So we were like the super duper minority where I lived,
Wow.
and everybody's just like, "You're Portuguese?" I'm like, "I'm not Portuguese." I'd go to like the Portuguese people got good food. So you go to like the Portuguese store, you get some bread and some of the Portuguese snacks and stuff. And then the old Portuguese lady, they speak Portuguese to me, and I'm like, "Oh, my Portuguese is not so good,
Yeah.
And they're like, "That's Samara, your mother no speak Portuguese to you,
Dude.
And I'm like, "My mom's Mexican." I'm like,
Dude.
Mexicano. Yeah.
So we have an
Yeah.
awesome homie from Brazil.
Yeah.
His name is Studio Flop on Instagram.
Ooh, shout out.
He's an awesome artist. and we had the luxury of bringing him to Houston for a mural festival.
Beautiful.
But he's speaking Portuguese. I'm like,
It's close.
That's the first time, literally, that's the first time I ever heard anyone speak Portuguese.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, I mean, either I didn't care or didn't listen or didn't pay attention, but he was an artist and we're together. But he's talking, and I'm like, I can tell you're speaking another language, but how is it that I understand what you're saying?
Yeah, Portuguese.
Like, I 100% understood what he was saying.
It's awesome.
And but I thought, I was like, I've been drinking.
Yeah, maybe my brain is shifting a little bit.
But shout out to any Portuguese.
I got to tell you.
Shoot. Mexico's going to be Portugal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're both going to the final.
For sure. Yeah.
Let's go. Final, but I think Mexico's going to take
Simpsons called that shit, right? No, didn't they Simpsons call it a while back?
Well, they called Portugal to win it.
Well, they were wrong on that
But I think Mexico's going to take it, man. I think so.
You know what's funny? So Portugal has like little pockets. Obviously, Brazil is massive, but there's like Macau, right? This was again when I was a single guy. We were out drinking in the club in Taipei, and there was this one like super fine girl, and everybody was just getting shot down by this girl. And now I went over there, and I speak Chinese, right? I've been here a long time, and at that time my Chinese wasn't great, but I went over and I speak Chinese to this girl, and then she's just like, I don't speak Chinese. And I'm like, oh really?
Oh.
I'm like, oh really? I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, what do you speak?
Wow.
Because I'm like,
she
I'm
said, not your language, bro.
Yeah. And I'm just like, well, what do you speak? And then she's just like, I'm from Macau, and I'm like, falas português?
Bam!
And she's just like. And I'm like, hopefully she doesn't, because I don't have that much Portuguese.
Don't go further than that.
I don't have that much Portuguese in my arsenal. But she's just like, un poco, and I'm like, yeah,
Word.
That's what's up.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it there. We'll leave that one there.
We're gonna cut the Portuguese now, but I was just like, it's kind of like hablas español, falas portuguesa, And she's just like, whoa. I'm like, hey, I'm not your average Joe. Let me tell you.
Bang.
Shout out to my man, the average
There
Joe,
you go. Awesome.
who is not an average Joe. He's a beautiful man. I love him.
That's
but
awesome.
It's crazy, man. This place. So you come in Taiwan. It's crazy. Like I was saying, you're Mexican, but you come here and then you just a white guy. And then they're like, okay, what do you need? You need that? Well, you need the white guy salary? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And they're like, all right, hold on. And I was like, what?
That's
okay,
yeah.
It's crazy.
I remember
It's
the first time
crazy.
I was called white.
Yeah, okay. Tell me about that. That's crazy.
I was in Africa.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like,
you're white
okay,
in Africa.
that makes
for sure.
that kind of makes some sense. But they were like, because over there it's
but you're
like,
white.
if you're not black, you're white.
Yeah, for sure.
In America, if you're not white, you're black, right? It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Or brown, whatever.
Or
Like,
brown,
you can
yeah.
tell. But over there, it's like it was a very strict line.
Of
Either
course.
you are black, and if you're not, you are white.
Yeah.
And I remember going out there.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Enze. I don't know if Enze would even know that we're here, but Enze was this homie that I met in Africa. Dude, super down.
Okay.
Enze,
okay.
now, Enze,
Love it. Shout out to the man.
There's a guy named Friday.
Good name.
They got the weirdest
Good
name.
Good
Let me rephrase that. Not the weirdest name. They have the most unique names in Africa, or at least in where I was at in Nigeria. This guy, there's a lot of people named Friday. This guy was named Friday because he was born on Friday. Which I think is fucking awesome.
That's all. That's the movie, man.
Beautiful.
The Ice Cube movie, right? Friday.
Hey,
Remember
true,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah.
Enze, Friday. I met so many homies. Anyhow, I was white.
For sure.
I tried to explain to them, I'm not white, bro.
I'm not white.
I'm
Yeah,
Mexican.
I know.
And they looked at me like, nah, bro. They
You're
were like,
white,
they were
man.
like, look, bro,
You ain't black, you're white. That's what happened with me here. But then they're like, well, you want a better salary? Because I'm like, fuck, I'll take it. I'll take the white privilege for sure, So it's funny being like this Mexican guy who's like fully like fighting against, I'm not Canadian, I'm Mexican. I am, Mexican Canadian, but I'm Mexican, I'm raza, But then you come here and they're like, well, do you want to get the money? And I'm all right. Well, I mean, I'll take it. Shit, right? Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Yeah. Taiwan is crazy, brother. It's
but you know what? I love it here.
I love it. It's a great place.
I love it here because even though this is a foreign country to me, it's so I feel so at home here. I feel so at home.
I gotta tell you a quick story. So we went to this like Taiwanese restaurant, and like Americans, Canadians, they don't eat like the intestines and stuff like that, right? Like the tripas and stuff like that. They don't eat that, right?
Yeah.
So I went in and I ordered up some food, and I got like this, this bowl, this dish with tripas in it, right? And they're like, oh, how you said, foreigners don't eat that. I'm like, no. Hey.
Ain't your typical
I'm
foreigner.
I'm Mexican. Give me the intestines. I'll eat them. I love it.
Yeah.
Give me the cow stomach. We'll make some menudo, I'm not like, it's crazy. I'm like, I have to tell people, I'm like, hey. It's funny because I have this buddy who's also Canadian, but he's like European descent. And this was a long time ago. We go out, to the bar, And, you know, we'd be drinking and girls would come over. I mean, you don't hear the girls come. You don't have to go in. You don't have to do anything. It's like crazy role reversal. So, you know, these girls come over and they start talking, and all you say is you're American or you're Canadian or whatever. And everyone's like, hey, this is great. And my buddy was like, he doesn't want to like reject his culture. And I'm like, okay. But this is not the time.
Hey, come on.
Because there's some beautiful women here. You know, they you know, they want to see you. And so, you know, he would start to like explain, you know, the history of like his parents.
Into the nuances.
He's going deep.
Oh, wow.
He's like talking about, he's a good friend of mine. He's talking
That's
about.
like the best aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Going
he's
deep
like,
into the roots and the culture.
But no, like
splitting
he's
hairs.
like, but he's like telling her all that stuff. And the girl's like looking at me like, I thought you guys were just like white. I'm like, we are white. We are white.
They're like, I'm
And
outta
you're
here.
hot. They're just like, what is what? I'm like, dude, just say you're Canadian and you're white.
Bait and
You're
switch.
good. You're done.
Yeah.
Don't say too much, you know. And because I mean, at that time, our Chinese skill was pretty crap.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago.
So you could pull it off.
And at that time, their English skill was also not good. I'm like, dude, just say you're Canadian, you're white, in like Flynn, right?
Yeah.
But he was just like, nah, I can't neglect the culture. I'm like, well, I understand that, but there's a time and place, and you see that beautiful girl there, she liked you, you know, and right now, I think your culture is they're okay with it. You know, it was crazy time, man. Are we done?
Dude.
Okay, let's get a couple more.
There we go.
Well, my wife is over there, so I'll
yeah.
signal over for.
She's
a
gonna be
couple
like,
more.
this better not be MMA, whatever UFC.
Oh God,
like,
yeah, tequila. part
Don't turn
two.
this into
That
another
was
night
rough.
like that. No, I'm excited to be here.
Open it, bro. It's really good. Oh, he's probably talking about the tequila, right? It is Luis, right? Is it? Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
okay, look.
Oh shit, I don't know if we need to get.
can we
We'll
have
do.
a
Of course,
little
I'll go.
shot?
I'll
All
go
right.
grab some. Okay.
We're gonna have a little shot. I don't do this, bro.
Tell a story. Then I'll go get
Okay,
the. I'll get
I'm
the
gonna tell a
tequila.
story.
Tell a story.
Give
Tell
me a
story.
prompt. Give me a prompt.
Okay. So, you're getting off the plane.
Where?
In
Where?
Taiwan.
Oh,
In
Taiwan. Okay,
Taipei for the first time, and it's like this is your first. I don't know if it's your first time in Asia, but it's your first time in Taiwan.
No. We went to Tokyo.
Okay.
before yeah.
Okay. So let's just.
Okay, first time landing here.
First time landing in Taiwan.
Yes.
Tokyo's different.
No, of course.
Tokyo's a little bit more polished.
Yeah, it is.
Taiwan is great because for me, it's that mix of Canada, which is like very polished.
Yeah.
And Mexico, which is very unpolished. People get mad at me when I say this, but Mexico is very unpolished, but that's beautiful.
Oh, dude.
The street food
Dude,
and
that's
the
the
night markets.
that's the best
and
part,
the
bro.
abuelas making the food. I'm like, that. But Taiwan has polish, but it also has that street food, street style vendors. You know, you talk to. So just a quick story. When I speak English, you know, you go into this persona, and when I speak Spanish, it's a completely opposite persona. But my Chinese, Taiwanese persona, it's very close to my Mexican one because people come
You're like,
in
"No, hombre, güey."
and you're just like, "Meu gran
Sí,
chila."
órale, güey.
You know, like you couldn't do, no problem. Sí se
Hey.
puede. Yeah. Otra cerveza.
Taipei.
Otra cervecita.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, it's just like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very close. And people love
that's
that.
what I'm learning.
That's it. It's
I'm
very
trying to
close.
learn the slang part.
You know, and
yeah.
then sometimes people are like, wow, your Chinese
You know what?
is
Hey,
so good. It's
all right,
very
look.
slang. Yeah.
Before you get the tequila,
I'll go get some tequila.
what I learned is gambe.
Gambe, yeah,
Boom.
gambe.
Basically means bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
So
yeah.
all right, so you go. I'll tell.
You're
the story.
landing in Taipei, and you're like, wait a minute. Is this Asia, Mexico? Like, what is
Mexico,
this?
dude. Yeah,
Asia,
yeah.
Mexico? Tell the story.
So-
I'm going to get tequila.
Oh, okay.
Luis,
so
you better
so
join us,
Luis,
man. Better join
Aldo,
us.
Uriel, if you guys are still on. And first of all, I appreciate you still being. Look, it's noon here, which means it's probably like at least 11 o'clock in in Houston anyway. And if you're still up watching this, yo, all right, I appreciate that. Actually, anyone in the United States, anyone in Houston, anyone that's watching, it's a different time zone. It's the morning. It's noon for us. Thank you for being up. Homie's gonna get that Fortaleza. I don't really drink tequila, so I'm excited to have it. But over here, there's a gambe, and gambe basically is bottoms up. And when you have a whole round of people, and everyone's pouring the drink, over here they have this thing called gasoline, which is just like they call it gasoline for a reason. Oh snap!
Tell me if that's the right one. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, this is the one.
That's it.
That's
get
the
it.
one.
Let's get it to.
Oh,
yeah, bam, right there.
snap.
Fortaleza, no?
Anyhow, you do gambe, and it basically means you have to like take the shot, take the whole thing. You have to like bottoms up, and that's a power. It's like a Uno card. You know?
For sure.
It's like over here, it's all round tables, and it's like anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12 people, and it's usually like
shout out to the crazy
business
Jap who
level
brought this
type
for me.
of meeting, conversations, shared food, shared drinks, and everyone's pouring. And over here, it's like gambe is kind of like that Uno card where like you drop that gambe and everyone's got to like bottoms up. And after a while, you start seeing the cards falling.
Yeah.
And it starts to separate the pack. And I think I can hold my own, but yeah, this is we're not gonna gambe this though.
No, we're not. We're sipping because
we're gonna sip. We're gonna sip this one. Yeah.
So just a quick thing. Taiwanese people, when they drink, so there's like the regular, like normal whatever people that kind of just drink casually. But then there's like the Taiwanese guys that I'll ask for a couple small glasses. They have small glasses.
Yeah, they're
here,
tiny. They're like
and
this
they
big.
shoot
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
But you cannot shoot beer alone.
Exactly.
Because they're insulted if you shoot beer without them.
Yeah.
The first time I came here, they used to have big bottles of Corona, like this size bottle of Corona.
Oh my God, dude.
And I'm just holding my giant bottle, sipping on it.
Oh
right?
my God, dude.
And everyone's like, "Wow,
Yeah.
they're insulted." I'm like, "Well, what happened?" I'm like, "This is what we do." And they're like, "You take your big bottle and you pour them like little shots of beer, and then you bullshit."
Yeah.
And then you take it, and then you slam it, and then everyone fills it up, and and you sit there for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And you're just drinking beer, and it takes a long time to get drunk because they're small glasses.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it for 10 hours,
Yeah.
you're getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And once in a while, you have like an older Taiwanese guy. He'll kind of lean back, and he'll just like he'll pass out. For an hour.
We call that the revitalization chamber.
He passes out.
Yeah.
And then after he gets up, she's drooling.
We know that. We know that.
Up, and he's like,
yep.
And then he pours it. And he's like, okay, hey, right? And then just boom.
Back in the days, that was called the red Volkswagen Jetta. You go in there, you go to sleep, revitalize, come back out, ready to party.
But it's like at the table, dude. They're just like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's have a sip of Fortaleza.
Right. Well, cheers.
Let me know, Luis, if this is the right one.
Yeah,
I think because this
Uriel. I'm pretty sure I saw it at his house.
Fortaleza, right?
Yeah. This got to be the one.
So this is from my homie from New York City. He came out here to do a strongman competition, and he asked the tequila store specialty shop, "What's the best? I want to bring my homie the best," and they gave him Fortaleza.
Dude, cheers, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip. We're gonna sip.
No. We're definitely sipping this.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Let's go. That's what we do.
That's
what
called
we do.
Unlocking the Drunken Monkey Cage.
That's right.
Oh my God, this is so good.
It's good, right? How smooth is that?
Dude.
Fortaleza, right?
This is talk about a 5 a.m. alarm clock.
That's it.
That just woke me up.
That's it.
I think that woke up the sleeping dragon, bro.
Ooh.
Ay.
We're going to be painting murals all over the restaurant later, man. Shit.
Dude, dude, I'm going to come back and we're going to ganjify this restaurant, bro. We're going to
I would love to do that.
We're going to put some Azteca God up in here, you know what I'm saying? First of all, it's really good. Thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for opening this bottle.
Brother. No, this bottle was open, but it's only like this bottle is like a year old. It's very like I'll bring it out only for the special stuff.
One, I appreciate it. Two,
Sure.
I will say, people that know me, like I don't drink liquor. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
Because I know why.
Yeah, for sure.
But I very rarely drink. But when I do, it's with people that that I can
Salud.
I can hang out and respect with.
The reason we don't drink, I think we're like the same guy. The reason we don't drink is because you unlock this like monster, and you're like, I'm the guy who doesn't burn bridges. But when you get that guy, he don't give a fuck. He don't care.
Destructive guns.
He don't care, man.
Yeah. He'll burn the bridge, bro.
He'll burn that bridge.
He'll burn the bridge just to see the fire, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyone that knows me, they know I love fires, bro. Like, dude, we used to have a barbecue pit in the backyard of my dad and my mom's house.
Yeah.
And it was an old brick barbecue pit that my mom commissioned an uncle to make, or like distant cousin, her distant uncle. He made a brick barbecue pit. And for me, that was just like the burn pit. Like we would hang out,
go.
we'd have some carne asada in the backyard.
Ay, oh, I got a question
And then
for you
at
about that.
midnight or so, 1 a.m, it's just like the coals are just like the embers are just like just right. And I'm just like throwing wood in there just to make the fire bigger and bigger.
I don't want to cut you off,
Uh-oh.
but from Luis, remember when we used to go to Don Carlos?
Oh yeah.
We were the loudest kids in there after the quince of the wedding.
Quinceañera.
Quinceañera. Oh,
Or the
yeah.
wedding.
Yeah, quinceañera. Yeah, or the wedding. Yeah.
Dude. So
I have a daughter. My daughter is almost, my plan is, my daughter's birthday is in January, early January. So maybe a Mexico trip, quinceañera sort of thing in January, sort of December, January.
Has she ever been to Mexico?
She has never been.
Dude. If you,
Imagine, yeah. If I bring her there for the quinceañera for the first, because it's
the
so
trip alone
it's so
is
expensive from here.
The
That's
trip
the problem.
alone is the quinceañera.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
experience.
Okay. Yeah.
So my sister Griselda, if you're still watching, shout out. She and her family. I have nieces and nephews. They took them to Mexico for the first time.
Okay.
Like right, they're born in America. They're Mexican descent. Never been to Mexico.
Okay. Oh, really?
They took them out there for the first time. They were older too.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
teens.
yeah. Yeah.
And when they got back, I asked them, I was like, do you feel different
Yeah.
now that you come? Like, when you go to the motherland, there's something about being there that connects with something that's so deep inside of you
Yep.
that you cannot come back not affected by it. And I think if you take your daughter there for her quince, that's going to be an experience that she's going to remember. And also she's going to come back with this other, because she's here, she has her roots here. She's well connected with it. She understands it. She knows it. But there's probably a part of her that's missing, or she doesn't understand, but when she gets there, it's going to connect. It's going to lock, and then she's going to be like, "That's what I've been thinking. That's what I'm talking about."
I agree. Luis, absolutely the right one. Hey, super hard to find. Shout out to the crazy Jap. This guy brought me the right stuff, man.
Is that him?
That's
right
the
there?
what? Yeah. He's saying
Thank
that.
you for bringing that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be drinking it. And
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
Jester. He's on Instagram now. H-Town. That gasoline is disgusting. Yes, Jester, you had the gasoline.
I love it. I love the name Jester. I've always wanted a friend named Jester, brother. From Blood and Blood, oh man.
Yeah.
Somos pocos, pero locos,
Pero
güey.
locos,
Yeah.
güey.
Pero locos.
Yeah,
I
Jester's
love it.
cool,
I
man.
love it, man.
I appreciate
love
him.
it. Good
I know
name.
it's late. I know
Good
it's
name.
late in Houston. I
Pro-
appreciate him hanging out.
And I
man.
appreciate. I apologize. I don't know what's up with YouTube. It's usually good.
You know
Switch
what?
over to Instagram.
Come to Instagram.
But I'm come to Instagram. But also I will upload later.
Instagram's
But yeah,
where it's
brother,
at, man. Come on.
Instagram's where it's at. Exactly.
Yeah, beer. Oh, I love it. And yeah, so over here it's like
Yeah.
when I first came.
Yeah.
Leo would do. First of all, Leo Yao is the best host you will find.
Introduce me. Who is this Leo Yao
Dude,
guy?
I'm
Tell
have
me
to bring
about him.
Leo.
Let's get Leo on the show.
We're gonna come here. Oh, dude,
Get Leo on the show. No.
Leo, we're gonna put you on the
Leo.
show, bro.
Yeah.
So Leo is like, I don't even know how to describe him, but he is Uncle Leo.
Uncle Leo.
We call him Leo 25/8.
25/8. Okay.
Because he works 25 hours a day, 8 days a week.
Okay.
The
I know
dude
a little
is
bit about
on
that.
fire, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Here's a fun fact. He is actually the catalyst for EVA Air coming to Houston.
Oh shit! I saw that. That's very.
So what happened
okay.
is, and I'll let Leo tell the story, but I'll
Sure,
give you the
sure,
short. Essentially, EVA Air was coming to America, and they were like, not working, I don't know. Leo's like, bro, you got to come to Houston, bro. Like, you got to come to Houston. They're like, we don't know about that. And he kept selling him, you have to come to Houston. And I let him tell that story, but essentially, he convinced him to do a flight nonstop from Taipei to Houston. They did the first flight. And I don't know, 20, 30 years later, it's the only flight that is like the most.
Is that the flight you took? That's
the flight
awesome.
I take the BR-51 and the BR-52 back and forth.
Shoot.
But that's their most profitable flight because it's always full back and forth. Anyhow, Leo is a mastermind. I mean, he is well connected. He's like the unofficial mayor anywhere he walks, anywhere he goes.
I love it.
But Leo would take us to different restaurants, and like you were saying earlier. They bring you a beer, and it's about this size, what we call a kawama.
Yeah, kawama.
And a kawama for me, like, this is mine. I'm going to drink it. And they're like, no.
Hey, what are you
We're going to
doing?
share this. I'm like, share this?
Yeah.
And on top of that, we're going to share it with a glass this big.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, I'll drink this like blamp, and then what happens in here, the culture is, you cannot grab the bottle and refill your own glass. You have to have someone else refill it for you. So imagine me with a glass this big and then waiting for someone to notice, and then they pour it, and they top everybody off. And so the trick I learned is if I want my glass filled, I have to grab the bottle and I fill everyone else's cup. I set it down, then someone fills mine for me.
That's very Asia, man.
And then that's the pace you keep.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person, like, I will drink 3 of these, 4 of these myself.
That's the thing, yeah. But what we do over there on the west side is like the sprint almost. Like we're getting drunk. We're like, hey, but here they're like going for that marathon, man.
Yeah.
Like I have Taiwanese friends that are way older than me that drink me under the table, but slow and steady. They'll just, and we keep chatting and we're bullshitting. Man, but it's like a marathon, 8-hour marathon of just like shooting beer all day.
It's
and you're like, it's crazy.
Yeah, the turtle wins the race, bro.
For sure it does. Yeah, for sure.
All right,
for
so
sure.
Louis said this is the right one.
That's the right one.
So that's the right one.
Thank
Super
you,
hard
brother.
to find.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy that he brought it up and you had it.
That's my
that's
guy.
how you know it's a Mexican
That's
restaurant.
the real
bro.
one. That's the one, man. And again, shout out to my guy, man. He brought that out. He went into like a specialty, like tequila shop in New York, and they recommended that.
Wow.
And he's like, okay, I'll take it.
What's interesting is
It's my guy,
what
man.
I love is this is the subtlety of like design.
I love it.
Is
It's
like
beautiful,
this?
right?
I don't know how well you can see that is an agave.
Yeah.
Like they make tequila out of an agave, which is a big cactus.
Yeah.
And they trim all the, they're not petals. They trim all the arms.
I don't know, leaves.
And it ends up looking like this.
Yeah.
Which is kind of clever. That's cool. And the only reason I know that fun fact is I actually just I designed a bottle, a label for a bottle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's
dude.
a homie in
Shit.
Houston who is starting, he has a tequila thing.
Distillery or whatever. Farm. Okay.
in Mexico.
Okay.
And he's going to start bringing it to the United States.
Nice.
And,
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Tequila and mezcal are popping off in the States, no? Aren't they?
I mean, there's a whole
think?
culture there.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not the most versed in this culture, but
Me neither.
It
Yeah.
exists. Definitely in Houston.
Me neither. Yeah, but I mean, I love it. That's good stuff.
Okay,
bro.
so like I don't know
Where are we
who's
at?
still on.
Yeah. Especially
It's
if
getting
it's
late,
looking up. Yeah, we
but-
should probably call it. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
call it.
No,
What's up?
we're not calling it. No,
This
we're
ain't
not
no
going to
last
call
call.
it.
I was gonna
All
say.
right, all right. I thought we were calling it.
It would be
Okay.
awesome just to like I don't know. I'd love the way to like just like say thank you to all the people that are just tuning in.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna do. All right.
All right, what are we doing?
I don't
what
know
are
if
we
I should
doing?
do this.
What are we doing? I don't know.
Carolyn's probably gonna hate me.
Uh-oh. He's promising a trip for him and his wife to come back here. That's the promise.
How
I
about
think.
this?
Let's
If you're
go.
still on, okay, we're gonna timestamp this. So it's 12:14
Yeah.
here in the afternoon.
Taipei time. Yep.
July 3rd,
Yep.
which means it's like 11 o'clock in Houston.
I have no
Oh, you
idea.
don't even
dude.
know.
I'm from BC, brother.
Okay, so
I'm
it-
like 2 hours from Alaska,
It's
bro.
goddamn, bro.
That's a whole other podcast.
It might
man.
be like 11. I think Houston's an hour behind the day before, so
Okay.
it might be 11 o'clock July
know.
2nd. Anyhow, look, if you're still on, find me on Instagram right now, Gonzo247, Gonzo247. Send me a message right now. If you're watching this a week from now, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
Send a message right now and be like, yo, Gonzo, I'm watching right now. And then give me the time.
Yep.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mail you something.
Wow.
I'm going to mail you something.
Wow.
It could be a fingernail.
I love it.
It could be a hair.
A hair,
It
yeah.
could be
A
receipt.
unique hair.
It could be a receipt.
Okay. Sounds
It
good.
could be
You're getting that Gonzo.
it's gonna be
that
something.
Gonzo, that
It's gonna have
Gonzo
DNA
something,
on
yeah.
it.
Okay, DNA.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, send me a message. Be like, yo, man, I just want to say thank you. I mean, you don't have to be watching this live right now, but you are, and you're staying tuned, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that. And I can't say how much I thank you for doing that. So I'm going to reward you by giving you something in the mail. DM me, give me the timestamp, and then we can talk about your address, and then I'll send you something cool. It won't be disgusting.
That's marketing 101, baby. That's the
Bam,
man,
bro.
right?
Come on, hey,
That's the
hey,
man.
hey,
That's
why,
beautiful.
Why are you pulling the curtain?
No, that's
why,
beautiful.
Why are you pulling the curtain back,
No,
bro?
because this here, I'm a restaurant guy.
Yeah.
And I'm always talking about learning marketing and learning stuff and learning how to take care of people and learning how to do everything. And this is, I read books on this shit 24/7. I love it, brother.
Man, dude, you got to just do it from the heart and from the street, bro.
And I interview entrepreneurs and I interview CEOs. And
I'm checking my messages,
and I interview
bro.
the homie, you know? I love it.
Look,
I love it.
I'm a real time check my message.
I love it.
Let's see. My phone's acting crazy.
I love it. Yeah.
Watching now, bro.
Let's go.
My boy Merge. Yo. Okay, Merge, dude.
You got something coming in the mail, brother.
Dude, I could talk like years from now. Not years. I could talk for years. Merge. Okay, Merge is watching.
What's up, Merge?
Watching now, bro. It's 11:15 p.m. The day before.
Okay.
So we're in the future.
Just so you know, we live in the future out here in Taipei.
We're in the future.
Just,
I never know if I'm Marty or if I'm Doc.
Yeah.
But I'm in the future.
1.21 gigawatts.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
And for me, gigawatts is like the amount of drink that you have in you.
You know what?
So Merge, he's watching. Thank you, Merge. I mean, he's my homie from day one. So I mean, I can just meet him in person. I don't have to mail anything. But we can talk about Merge in a minute.
What's up, Merge?
But that dude, when we first started graffiti writing in Houston, like that was dude. It was me and Merge. Merge 360 and I started the UPC, the Underground Production Crew, and we were like
UPC?
one of the. Yeah, bro. And we were like one of the, I mean, I don't want to say premier, but we were one of the first or the top. Those are the wrong words to use. We were one of the crews that was really pushing the boundaries for graffiti in city, in Houston. We started Aerosol Warfare, a graffiti video back in the days. But all right, Merge, you're on. I got you. I don't want to turn this into a shout out, but
shout out.
I got Jennifer Spears. She said, "Yeah, yo."
Ooh, good name.
But she didn't send a timestamp.
Hey,
Hey, sorry, girl. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Cleo. Oh no, this is different. This is a regular message.
Okay.
That's Cleo's the person who helped me.
Some personal stuff going on here. All right.
Yeah. No.
Right.
That actually Cleo is the person who helped me with the wall that I just painted at the Dragon Stadium.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. Thank you for anyhow. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
We got some cool. It's the video apparently is choppy on YouTube. Sorry guys. Jump over to Instagram and I will re-upload it. That's my boy Vito, fucking Vito, man. That guy, man. I'll tell you about Vito. So this guy, Italian American guy.
And his name is Guido?
And name is Vito.
Oh, Vito.
Like Don Corleone, Vito. Right?
Guido.
This guy's the best. Not Guido.
I was like, what?
Vito. So this guy, married Taiwanese, and so my in-laws, they're very chill. They don't really drink, but his in-laws are the ones that are like, hey, you know, you speak Chinese, you go in there and it's a day. It's right off the day and the next day.
Nice.
Because you're sitting there, you're drinking. It's a great time.
That's awesome.
I hope they come up for the summer. I love this guy. He's one of my best friends, man. Fucking the Don Vito, man. I love that guy. Oh man, there's just too many cool things to talk about.
All right, can I ask a favor?
Shoot.
Can I have a beer?
Of course.
Because
I hold on. Here, you want to hear some Rita, 可以帮我一下吗？可以给我两瓶 Corona。可以给我两瓶吗？Oh, this shit. Yeah, the problem is we got. Remember, I told you the AC's busted, so we got AC guy fixing stuff.
Dude, I'm from Houston.
We got people. We
awesome.
got people coming in. Asking for business cards.
So for those that don't know,
what is this place?
We're set up live inside the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like we are literally like in the restaurant, in the corner. The door's right there.
It's right there.
And there's people literally walking in like, "Are y'all guys open? Do you have a business?" But I think this is awesome, dude.
So I live in I describe my life as like a Mexican Canadian guy who's married to a Taiwanese, has a little girl, has a Mexican restaurant in Taipei. My life is like I live in a tornado. It's just like every day is just, you know, this guy's quitting. This guy wants more money. These guys want a private party. These guys are looking for a business card. This guy is fixing the air conditioner. I'm trying to drink some Fortaleza with my homie over here. We're on 2 hours now, 2 hours and 14 minutes.
2 hours? My God.
My life is just this tornado of like, fuck it, let's just keep going. You know?
Welcome
that's
to
crazy.
the world of being self-employed.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And I have people that are like, hey,
look,
they try to retire. Like, I'm going to retire and then I'm going to open a restaurant. I'm like, man, that is 100 times more work than your actual job.
I'll say this.
It's crazy.
Shout out to anyone that has a job that comes with a steady paycheck every 2 weeks, that comes with health insurance, that comes with vacation, that comes with holiday. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
being self-employed and just like
It's awesome. It's just crazy.
There's a lot of freedom that comes with that, but there's a lot of things that you have to really struggle through.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
And part of it's like, AC broke. Oh well, like I got to figure it out. I got to fix it.
Yeah. Dude's got to fix it. We got a private. We've got a 4th of July American party tonight, and like there's just. And one of the requests was we need red Solo cups, and I'm like, all right, I'll make it happen. I got to make it happen.
Do you understand that?
Of course I do. I'm still
you're
Canadian,
in Taiwan,
bro.
and there's an okay. So if you're watching this later, this is July. Oh my God, this is July 3rd. It's going to be July 4th. They're celebrating America's 250th birthday. And there's a group of people that are having an American 4th of July party, and they're requesting red Solo cups. Dude, how can I come to this party tonight, dude?
And you know what? Just come. And you know what else? As the Mexican, Canadian, Western, white restaurant owner, you know what we say? Yep.
Yeah.
You guys? Yep. I got it. I got you.
You said get her done.
What do you want to do? You want to sing karaoke? Guess what? I got it.
Oh my God,
You
dude.
know?
Awesome.
I have this little arcade system that I built. That I didn't build personally, but I had a guy, set it up for me. And you know what? We got Street Fighter 2. We got 4-player Ninja Turtle arcade on there.
Dude,
and you know
awesome.
what? We turn it on. Let's go. What do you need?
That's awesome.
It's like, what do you need? You need a host. Everyone's shy. Okay, I'll bust out some Sinatra, some Backstreet Boys, some Luis Miguel, and I'll get everything moving. And then everybody else can sing.
Dude,
you have to. It's just this crazy. You're this crazy, you're like this clown with like all this stuff. And you're like, what, red Solo cups? Hold on, let me grab another ball. And that's what you do.
I can only imagine, dude. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you're like, yep, red Solo cups, got it.
That's awesome. But you know what? I love the fact that people would come here and know that they can have an authentic American experience.
And you know what's crazy? You know what? I'll tell you one thing that's crazy. There was one point where, long story short, there was this cooking oil scandal.
I heard about that.
Where China was scraping gutter oil and turning it into cooking oil.
I heard about that, yeah.
And China does export some kind of cooking oil to Taiwan. And so there was this big thing where they're like, you need to prove where your cooking oil is from. And, there was this big thing. It was a couple years ago. But for us, not one fucking person asked. Because they're like, we know you're not using that cheap shit. We know you're not using that cheap shit. You're using real stuff.
You're like, you got manteca, bro.
They're like, we know you're not using that bullshit. So that was cool.
That's awesome.
That was really cool.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it, man.
It's
a crazy life I live, man.
Yeah, I think as a self-employed creative, like
it's crazy.
You have your challenges, you have your ups and downs, and for us, it's like we kind of live project to project. And you have good moments and you have low moments, but I feel like the pendulum swings both ways, and you have to be comfortable.
For sure.
You have to be. I think you have to know how to starve to enjoy the meal.
Exactly.
It's like
100%.
It's like you have to go through the suffering. There's
100%.
I think the tequila's hit me, but there's a phrase. It's mentioned in a hip hop song, but to live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning within that suffering, and I think that's so beautiful. It's like
that is beautiful.
Even like when I paint, like dude, the heat.
Oh yeah,
we have heat in Houston, but like
the
heat on this project was like insane. But it's like you have to suffer for your art. It's like if I have the perfect conditions, it's more like give me the heat, give me the rain, give me the and through that suffering is going to render like you're literally putting your all into this piece.
I 100% relate to that. A lot of people would say when they come to eat, they're like, oh, this or that or what the other doesn't taste authentic. And I'm like, because there's no ingredients. We use what we have here.
Yeah.
There's no tomatillos, for example.
Right. Yeah.
But the green salsa, we contact the vegetable guy. There's a strain of tomatoes here that when they're very unripe, they're green.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when they ripen up, that's when people use them, and then they become like reddish orange. But we get them when they're very green and sour, and we use those for our like tomatillo salsa.
Dude, I'm telling you, I had it yesterday, legit, bro.
And people are like, well, it doesn't taste 100%. I'm like, well, because there's no tomatillos here.
Dude.
There's nothing here.
I got it.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
It's like, here's a good one. it's a poor craftsman who blames his tools.
Yeah,
And it's
I like it.
people are like, oh, it didn't happen because of that, or I couldn't do that because I didn't have this. And it's like, no. If you're creative, you can figure it out. Like I was saying earlier, Cleo and Jaro, they needed a ladder. They fucking built it.
They built it. Yeah.
It's like,
And
what
they
do I have
customized-
available?
yeah.
I'm gonna build this ladder.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cry and I'm gonna say I can't reach that because I don't have the ladder. You
Yeah.
build it with what you have available, and I thought that was so beautiful.
And one other thing is, I have to also shout out to my wife, because my wife is very.
you have to, man.
She's like,
It's-
we're in Asia, right? So she's like the we're like the yin and yang, right?
Oh,
and
dude.
because she.
What would be the equivalent of yin and yang in Mexico, dude? Papas
I
y
don't know.
huevo?
Papas y huevo. I don't know.
What is that, dude?
I don't know. Beans and rice, maybe.
Beans and
I don't know.
rice,
Beans and
bro.
rice,
Dude,
right?
literally, beans and rice, bro.
Beans and rice, you know.
Beans and rice.
Beans and rice, you know.
Oh, I love it.
But it's crazy because, like, people will come and be like, "I love this place. I want to book it out." And then I'm like, okay, you know, because there's two kinds of people that are like that. One, they're like, they want to book you out for McDonald's prices. And I'm like, I can't do it. Right. And then there's the other people that are like, money is no expense. We just want the experience. And I'm like, okay, what's the budget? This is my budget. I'm okay. I just say, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, what do we got to do? I'm like, don't worry about it. I will give you a list of things we need to take care of. But that's it. We take care of it. But my wife will be like, she has 10 million questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, number one, we make it happen. We take care. We pay in everybody. We're taking care of everybody. I will make it happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it takes.
Right.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
And she will be
I
like,
feel that.
well, you know, I got to kind of, well, you know, what about this and that? I'm like, hey, it doesn't matter.
All
They
right,
got the
I'm
budget.
checking.
Let's figure it. We got some Instagram stuff.
Okay, so all right, so Griselda Lindstrom, I'm up. It's 12:18. Send my package.
Hey, package. Keyword.
And who's this? This is Chris Lindstrom. He's saying mail order. He's asking if I can do a mail order bride. It's 11:20, and he wants me to mail him a bride.
Hold up. Come to Taiwan. Well, tell me about you. Come to Taiwan. I'll hook you up.
Okay, Chris Lindstrom.
In Taiwan, the
come to
women are
Taiwan,
gorgeous.
and you
It's a
got to come to
beautiful
Eddy's
place.
Cantina.
Come here. I'll hook you
He's
up.
going to hook you up if you're looking for
I'll take care
love
of it
in
all.
all
I'll take
the
care
wrong
of it all.
places. He can
I'll
probably
take-
point you in the right direction. Dude, you know what I love?
Hola.
Dude,
Yeah.
people are coming in, bro. I'm sure
I
you
know,
probably
I
hear
know.
it in the
I
background.
gotta go. This
but
place
this is a
crazy.
restaurant.
My life is
And
just a whirlwind.
it's popping.
My life is a whirlwind of just crazy. And that's just where I live. You know, when you see that meme of like this dude who's just sitting there eating his meal, it's fucking raining on him. There's tanks rolling behind him. Like there's fucking explosions in the background. And he's just sitting there. He's just doing what he's got to do. That's basically my life.
Dude, I'm seeing it right now. Dude,
Look at this.
There's
Look
a
at
guy.
this shit.
There's a guy straddling the bunk chairs.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
booth chairs.
Yeah.
And he's up in the air.
Yeah. He's fixing the
He's
air
fixing
conditioner.
The air conditioner. There's a lady doing a selfie. She's
Yeah.
doing a selfie video.
Yeah.
It's probably an influencer type person doing content.
Yeah.
She's doing selfie.
Tag Eddy live show.
She might have me in the background.
Yeah. There's a podcast live.
Yeah, and then we have some other random people.
Yeah, these guys are trying to fix some broken stuff.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
awesome, bro. But you know what?
My life is nuts,
This
dude.
is like
This nuts,
This
brother.
is what you got to do, bro.
I know.
Like I understand this chaos. I thrive
Yeah.
in the chaos.
I
but,
know, me too.
But
I live there.
I respect what you're doing here. Like you got
You
this
live
going
there.
on.
You live in chaos.
And you have all that no one else. That's
no
the
one
thing.
sees it.
No one's seen all this.
Yeah. That's
People
crazy.
see the posts, the likes, the comments, the
Yeah.
yays, the successes, but they don't see all the hard work.
And then you're an overnight success.
And you're an overnight success. Dude, you're an overnight success.
Overnight
like, bro, where were
success.
you 40 years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's like we used to sit in my
Then you're
bedroom in
overnight
my dad's house.
success.
And
God
we
damn
would
it.
set up 2 VCRs over here, 1 VCR over here, a computer in the center, which was like even rare that we had this computer. And we would literally stay up till midnight, pause, record, pause, like junkyard style, making these graffiti videos.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. I love
Like
that.
no
I
one
love
saw that part of it.
I love that.
We
No,
would
no,
stay
no.
up in the middle of the night doing these things, but this is what I love.
My
dude.
staff
Like,
is even freaking out. Like,
dude,
what is going on here?
There is so
Figure.
much activity happening right
I
now, and
know.
we're doing a podcast
And fucking
in the middle
live,
of it.
dude.
Hey,
Isn't
dude,
it nuts? That's
congratulations.
why we do it live. That's why we do it live.
I love
Because
it. I love it, dude.
everybody just thinks, you know. I want to open a restaurant. I'm like, buckle up, motherfucker.
Yeah, buckle up.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, damn.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Well,
And then sometimes people are like, aren't you worried about, this other guy who's selling tacos down the street? I'm like, I live in fire. If you want to live in fire with me,
yeah.
bienvenido.
There you go, dude.
You know, if you want to live in fire.
Hey, if you want to
come
live
on
in
down.
fire, you need some gasoline, bro.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. So pour it on. Light it up.
You know,
I know.
Live
I
in
know.
fire.
It's starting to ramp up in here.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we've been on it for
we've
a
been
while
on
now.
for 2 and
I think
almost
it's
2.5.
awesome. Thank you again for. If you're still
I love
watching,
it.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you're
We're gonna
tuning
have to
in
call it.
afterwards, I appreciate you watching this long.
Yeah.
But I just want to say shout out. I want to say shout out to Leo Yao for introducing me to
Hook me up.
Taiwan.
Yep.
Adam and Melody of Epnex here. It's a company here in Taiwan who helped negotiate and spearhead the project I'm doing right now at the baseball stadium. I'm here doing a mural that's celebrating Freedom 250, America's 250th birthday.
Oh, man.
It's at the stadium. You want to keep
love
going,
it.
bro?
I love man.
We gotta keep going, bro.
UFC had the big White House car. I'm a big UFC fan.
Okay.
I know people like. Oh God! Here's a story for you. I'm a huge
dude,
UFC.
you know what? We're
Okay, we'll go a few more minutes.
We're signing out, but we're signing in, bro.
Give me 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more
Dude,
minutes.
5's gonna turn into 10,
Okay,
bro.
so that's the Mexican
Hey,
goodbye.
That's how to make.
That's the Mexican goodbye.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When everybody la despedida, when they're like, okay, we gotta go. 2 hours later, they're still drinking, right?
You gotta make a dime out of a nickel, bro.
You know, you have to.
Yeah.
You gotta make $1 out of 15 cents,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
Right?
All right, so 5 minutes. Let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see how, hey, set your timers. Let's see how long 5 minutes lasts in the Mexican goodbye.
So basically, I have. Oh my God.
Let's do it. All right,
Okay,
go ahead,
so-
go.
Shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me bring it back for a sec. What were we talking about? Give me 1 sec here. That train of thought is gone. I had too many beers, maybe, and the Fortaleza is kicking in here.
We were talking about. Oh, dude, I wish we
We're
could just
both
rewind
spacing.
it.
Yeah,
We
we're
were
both
talking about.
spacing.
We were about to head out. I was saying shout outs. I was doing my shout outs.
Yeah.
Oh, 4th of July. UFC.
UFC,
House,
White House.
House.
Okay, here we go. So I show all the UFC. I love UFC. I mean,
never seen one.
There's this big UFC. People freak. They don't like it because Dana's friends with Trump. Right? A lot of people hate that because Dana's friends with Trump.
Yeah.
I've been watching UFC since I was in fucking high
Before
school.
Trump.
Since before Dana.
Oh shit. There
You
you
know,
go.
like I've been watching since for a long time. And so there's this UFC group, and there's this one white dude. He goes in there.
I'm listening.
And
I'm
he's
listening.
Just, and he's just like, you gotta boycott UFC. And then I'm like, I don't respond usually to this kind of thing, but I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't watch what I want to watch because you said I want to watch the fights. I want to watch Mexico. I want to watch Conor McGregor. I want to watch the fights. Why not? And he's like, well, because, Dana and Trump. And then I said, do you want to know why Dana is friends with Trump? And then he's just like, no, because blah, blah, blah. And because whatever, politics, whatever. And I said, when Dana bought the UFC and they were trying to get into venues, nobody gave a shit. But Dana, somehow connected with Trump. And Trump's like, okay, you know what? Nobody's letting you into venues. You can use my venues. Mm-hmm. So he scratched his back. He's like, okay, boom. And now UFC's massive, right? And then when I guess I'm not a politics guy, but when Trump was doing his thing, he's like, hey, maybe you can come and talk because we're homeboys.
Yeah,
they're homies. That's it. Long story short, they're homies, right? And I put this whole thing out there, and I'm like, I'm not a politician. I have nothing to do with any of this. I'm not even American, right? But I know they're homies.
Yeah.
So if this homie needs me, I'm fucking 100% in. That's it. That's just the way I am.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. And then you know what his response was?
What's that?
You must be a white supremacist.
To what? What?
Because I said that I like...
Oh, to you.
To me.
Oh.
I'm a white supremacist.
You are?
I'm fucking Mexican. I didn't know we could be white supremacists. What the... I'm a Mexican who was born in Canada, who's married to an Asian, who lives in Taiwan, and has a little girl who's mixed. Like, what are you talking about? Like, where did this come from? So, anyways, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. This was crazy for me. But politics just makes people crazy. And that's why I don't get involved. I'm not interested, right?
Yeah.
I want to watch the games. I want to watch the fights. That's it. When Canelo fights, I don't have any idea what his political views are. I don't care. I just want to watch him fight. That's it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
This world is crazy.
I mean,
I don't know.
That's what I love about the World Cup.
Yeah,
It brings people together.
I love it.
For love of the game,
Yeah.
and it brings the best out of people. Cheers.
Salud. Salud.
Salud.
Salud. Yeah.
Man.
How'd we do on our 5 minutes?
Oh,
Are we way over?
I looked at the phone, but I didn't even look at the time.
Okay.
I was just kind of like, it was.
You're like, yeah. That's crazy.
Well,
yeah, so we live in chaos, and we should probably call it because I
Okay.
probably have to pack it up. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Man, it's so awesome to have you here. It's so awesome to meet you. I can't wait to get you back here with your wife and come back to Taiwan.
She normally comes with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Every time we come, Carolyn comes with me.
Okay.
I think this is the first trip, actually, that she didn't come with me.
Okay.
This was a short trip. It's only like 7 or 8 days.
Okay. And you went and you came here to paint a mural in the dragons. Is that public knowledge yet or no?
So actually today,
You just released something, right?
Actually, so like
Yeah.
it's 12:30 right now. At 4 o'clock, we officially release all the visuals. But essentially, I was brought here by Adam and Melody from Epnex,
Yeah.
and they spearheaded the project of celebrating July 3rd in the baseball league, Freedom 250.
Okay.
It's American Night.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
theme
yeah,
for
yeah.
the league.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm painting a mural.
It's fucking awesome,
Literally
dude.
like 3 blocks from here,
Yeah,
5 blocks
exactly.
from here, at the
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
Moon Stadium for the
Dude,
Dragons.
the pitching coach comes here to eat with his wife. They're from Puerto Rico,
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's
So,
crazy.
so I about a month ago, the conversation started, and it's basically American Institute, which is
AIT, yeah,
AIT,
yeah,
AIT,
yeah.
Coupon. I don't know if you know who Coupon is.
Yeah, I do. I do.
And then the Dragons.
The Dragons,
Along
Wei
with-
Chun Dragons,
Yeah,
baby.
along
Let's
with
go.
Epnex, we all got together and we designed.
Anything that says Mex in it, we're in.
There we go. We designed
Yeah.
the outfit for the cheerleaders
Oh,
to wear to tonight's game.
They are almost as popular
If
as
not
the
more.
players,
Yeah.
if not more.
That's
Yeah,
what I heard.
yeah,
The cheerleaders
yeah.
are way more popular.
Yeah.
And so then designed the jerseys or the uniform for cheerleaders for tomorrow's game or tonight's
Yeah.
game.
Okay.
And then on top of that, we designed a mural to go alongside. There's a part of the stadium where they have the American barbecue concessions.
Yes,
And they're like,
I got a
let's
question
paint
for you
an
about that.
American themed mural there. And so that's what I've been doing. It's been a journey with the rain, the heat,
Sure.
all the variables, but finally got it done. And literally in a couple hours, we will be back at the stadium to do
Okay.
the official unveiling with all the top officials. And I'm just excited to have another piece of art here in Taipei.
It's the price you pay for living on a tropical island. It's crazy.
I'm from Houston.
Yeah.
We have the same
Let's
type
get
of
it. It's
exact
crazy.
same weather. The rain's unpredictable, hurricanes, typhoons.
Dude, we got air conditioners being repaired. We got staff trying to set up. We got customers watching the game. We got this lady trying to make a reservation, trying to be like, she's like, why is it so hot? Well, because the air conditioner's broken and they're fixing it.
Yeah.
We got a podcast going on. This is crazy.
Yeah.
My place, my life, but that's just how you live when you're an entrepreneur.
I
right?
wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now, dude.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You know, I got one question for you.
Sure.
I got a food question.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, because I'm obviously I'm Mexican, carne asada, I love it. But coming here, I met some American guys from Texas, and they did like the old 18-hour smoked American brisket, and it's freaking incredible. So, game day, if we're talking about beef, are we going carne asada or are we going 18-hour smoked Texas American brisket?
You talking about when Mexico plays?
Yeah. Oh wow. Anytime. Just any. If Mexico plays, we're going asada, of course.
Yeah. That's
of course.
a no-brainer.
But I'm talking about like a normal day, like what's for dinner,
I mean,
because they're both so good.
Yeah. Look, it depends, because like you have to be up like at 11 o'clock at night and start cooking that brisket.
I don't want to cook it.
Hold on, I mean,
I've done it. I've
well,
done
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's like if you're gonna cook it and you want to be out there and you want to tend to the brisket and you want to rotate it and you want to, by all means, you do it.
I want to eat it.
You know
It's
what I love?
crazy. What's that?
The camaraderie around a barbecue pit.
Oh yeah.
When you get the homies together and you're doing the carne asada,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
just you show up for tacos. You know what happens? 5 hours before,
Yeah.
the homies show up.
I love
They
it.
bring the beer.
It's a fucking
They're hanging
answer.
out. We're chopping up the meat.
Yeah,
They're doing
yeah.
the fajitas. You're chopping up the onions, the cilantro.
Ándale, hijo, ven. Prueba esto.
There's an entire
Yeah,
process,
yeah.
and like it's like
Yeah.
it's almost it's like a procession, right? Like you have this thing.
It's so good.
And then that's before you even get to the grill.
Yeah.
And then when you have the coals are so hot, the grill is so hot, and you throw that meat, and it sticks to the grill.
Yeah, you're right.
And then all the homies are hanging around, and it's all that conversation that's happening.
Yeah, man.
Like that to me is as important as the meal.
As the final product.
It is getting to that point because by the time you're serving up the tacos, you've had 6 hours of like all this camaraderie, and this is like the final taste of like the victory.
I love it.
When you do a brisket, usually it's a couple homies, you're having some beer, some whiskey, you're rotating the thing.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Okay,
in my opinion.
okay,
Don't get me wrong. But there's probably
okay,
someone out there's like, nah, bro, you don't know. You never cooked the brisket.
okay,
You know what I have cooked? A cabrito in the ground, bro. Dig a hole. Dig a hole, build a fire, throw a cabrito in there, bury it.
That's it.
Like I've done
man.
that.
But I gotta say that's an answer right there. And I'll even raise it one even Mexican level, one more to tamales, making the tamales with the family at Christmas time.
That is tradition.
That's crazy.
That's tradition.
Tamales. People are like, we do tamales once in a while here, but people are like, why don't you have it on the menu? I'm like, because it's so much work.
Yeah.
It's a full-time, you need 2-3 people full-time wrapping that shit for it to be done properly.
Yeah.
It's full-time gig.
It's a process.
It's crazy.
But you know, it's tradition, it's family, and again, it's like it takes a village. Everyone came together to make the tamales, and it's not just about making them. It's all the conversations and the family and the time put together into it. It's the love.
Yeah, I love it.
You put the love
so
into
good.
the food. That's why they're so good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
So I guess that's it, right?
Brother, we got to call it, man.
Yeah, we got to call it. Man.
Yeah. Man,
dude.
Like I said, apologies. I don't know why the fuck the live stream. I mean, I'm not dropping any frames. My bit rate is perfect. It looks shit though. So I'm gonna upload it. Give me like 10 minutes and I'll re-upload this right now. And I've got this guy right here from Houston, all over the world to Taipei, representing La Raza. Right here, man. Look at this outfit this guy's wearing.
Oh,
Jesus
dude, this
Christ,
is actually this is a shout out to Meow Wolf in Houston.
Oh man!
If you never heard of Meow Wolf, you got to look them up. Meow. I'm actually the on top of the other things that I do, I'm the artist liaison for Meow Wolf.
Okay.
And this is actually one of the Western shirts that we made for this very unique bar in Houston called Cowboy Heaven.
Ooh.
Where every day is Friday night.
Where every day is Friday. Okay,
yeah, Friday
I like
night.
it. I like Friday night, not day night.
No, not Friday night.
Okay,
And so this is the Cowboy Heaven special. It's a Western shirt.
That's a nice
and actually,
shirt.
when I came here, I was like, I want to bring something that says Houston, says Texas, says Mexican, and flamboyant.
I love it.
And
I
thought
love
this
it.
is a great way to
And
introduce.
the hat's beautiful.
Of course.
I love the hat.
Thank you. I
gotta have
appreciate
the
that.
hat. I love the hat. That's
so,
your
yeah,
hat.
So
That's your trademark. I know we're going long now, but
I know.
that's the trademark.
It's been like 20 minutes
that's
of the Mexican
I know.
goodbye.
This is Mexican. you know. This what's funny because being a Mexican Canadian, you got your Mexican goodbye, but then when shit gets kind of hairy and you're like, I want to get out of here, you just pull that Irish goodbye. You just fucking like
bounce.
Okay.
I'm going.
Nobody's looking at you.
I'm going to the restaurant.
I'm out the door.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I
Bam.
gotta go pee, man. See you later.
Yeah.
And then you disappear.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you're ever in Houston, definitely check out Meow Wolf. It's a full interactive, immersive art space in the city. They have locations around the United States. Actually, they just announced LA and New York. So it's a growing thing. Check
Los
them out.
Angeles, man.
But if you're in Houston, if you're traveling, if you're coming from Taiwan, drop us a line. We'd love to show you a good time and show you what H-Town's all about. And I appreciate your hospitality, bro.
Cool.
It's been fun hanging out.
It's been so cool. I just met this guy yesterday.
Literally.
And I was like, oh, man. I'm like on a little bit of a break with the podcast because I'm so overworked and burnt out. But I'm like, we have to. Well, I appreciate that, bro.
We
have to, brother. It's beautiful. I love it. It's so like recharging for me to plug in with Mexicans, especially like a Mexican American who's like in the movie. You got to be more Mexican than the Mexican. You got to be more American than American. I grew up with that where they're like, well, you know, you go to Mexico and they're like, you talk funny. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, God, here we go. You know,
dude,
shoot, right?
We were in Mexico with my homies and they were like, you talk with an accent. And I'm like, I never thought my Spanish had an accent.
Me neither. Me too.
And then I go to Mexico and they're like, "You're a foreigner. You have an accent."
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
Pinche gringo. And
yeah,
I'm like, whoa.
they call me
I'm
out
like,
quick, bro.
And then I go there and they're like, "You got a funny accent," and they're like, "Where are you from?" Eres del norte, and I'm like,
way
yes.
north, way north.
And they're like, Monterrey. I'm like, keep going. Texas, keep going.
Yeah.
I'm like, you heard of Alaska? And they're like, what? Where the fuck is that? I'm like, that's pretty much where I live. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Guys, we love
Awesome.
it.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
upload this right now. This guy right here.
Dude, thank you
this
so
guy
much.
Right here. Thank you so much. See you guys on the next one.
I'm
What
gonna
you
keep
got?
quiet.
Keep going. You're good. Well, you want to sign off or what?
It's Gonzo 247, live in full effect. Thank you for watching. Shout out to my Taiwanese community. I love everybody. Let's build more bridges.
At Gonzo247. That's the man right there. You want to get some art done? That's the guy. In the description below, we've got the link. So follow this man right here. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Boom. And
Oh, that was so much fun.
that was fun.
That
dude.
was so much